In the dark, drawing cold blood, hide away. Am I scared of the thing I'm trying to find? Cross my heart, but took a U-turn, 'cause the light made my skin burn. Time after time, guess I need to say sorry. Been treating me poorly. Believe that's not story. I'm not gonna stand there, say undefeated. 6 feet underground, buried my demons. Yeah, I'll sing it. Broken and bruised, but I'm never beaten. 6 feet underground, buried my demons. Yeah, this is a funeral. In the dark, drawing cold blood, hide away. Am I scared of the thing I'm trying to find? Cross my heart, but took a U-turn, 'cause the light made my skin burn. Time after time, guess I need to say sorry. Been treating me poorly. Believe that's not story. I'm not gonna stand there, say undefeated. 6 feet underground, bury my demons. Yeah, I'll sing it. Broken and bruised, but I'm never beaten. 6 feet underground, bury my demons. Yeah, this is a funeral. And a funeral.
All right, and welcome back, VDC Nation, to the secondary stream here today for the playoffs, Apprentice playoffs here. I'm Omni, joined here for his debut casting, the Spike Prime. How are you doing, Spike?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Excited to be casting this banger of an Apprentice playoffs match, Omni. I'm so excited.
Yeah, indeed. We have a banger matchup between L7 and THR. Obviously, shout out to Nuclear Cats. That is his franchise right there. Looking to do battle here in the Apprentice playoffs, round number 1. And I mean, I'm excited for this matchup. Obviously, the last time I casted an Apprentice matchup, it was an upset for Ash, taking down the juggernauts of Apprentice in LG in a 2-1 fashion. Now we're here. Hopefully, maybe we can see the same upset here again, as it is the number 2 seed going up against the number 6 seed. So number 6 seed being Thermals, number 2 seed being L7. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the stats here, Spike. Let's go into Thermals this year. I'm pretty sure it's Thermal. No, it's MF. I got our L7s. I got L7 on this one. We got Zigzag, Hail, OGC, White Devil, and Suzu. Obviously, a lot of maps played between them. They've been playing the entire season basically with each other, besides OGC playing that 26 maps play. But look at the KD, 1.2 on Zigzag. Pretty solid, but the ACS on Hail as well at 235. A very cohesive team. OJC obviously being the lower KD, but doesn't really matter at the end of the day when you are just trying to do your best to set up your teammates, set up your star players in this aspect. But that is the Lucky Sevens Apprentice team. Now we move over to Thermal. Spike, take it away.
Amazing. So looking at the lineup here, we got Mark, we got Mr. Monchins with WSMF, neither of those being THR, which makes me giggle a little bit. We got the Retire God, we got Brimmy with the Hemi, and we got Auxiliary. So looking at these stats right here, we see Mr. Monchins, that duelist player for THR, rocking that 224.9 ACS. And then looking up a little bit higher, we got Mark right there with also a 207 ACS, 76% cast, very impressive. If you take a look down this stat line here, you'll see all of these players hovering right at or above or right below 200 ACS Omni, and that's honestly pretty impressive. It tells me this team is very well-rounded and can really get the job done together as a team. There's not really one superstar standout player, which honestly makes me excited to watch the cohesiveness of this team and what they can put together in this game.
Yeah, indeed. I'm always excited to see how they can do, especially in Apprentice, you always see a lot of kind of that duo play, or a lot of that sequence of plays that they do together a lot of the time. And that's what the thing that Ash did very, very well against LG. And here's the same thing. Thermals is like, obviously the ACS, basically, damn near close to each other. So that means they're doing a lot of damage with each other, doing, just getting a lot of just those even out fights with each other. But we are going to be going towards the map bans here in just a moment to see where we are going for this best of 3 series. Not a best of 2, this is a best of 3 with Kuro Bond as the ban, with Pearl as the first map, and Abyss, and then Sunset Split are banned, and then Haven as the decider. Obviously, just to reiterate this, the current map pool for VDC is different from ranked. Sunset is in, and Breeze is still out, as we still want to work on the old map pool. So that's why you see Sunset as the ban and not Breeze, as well as the teams are not allowed to buy a bandit. If they do buy a bandit, it is an automatic map forfeit. So just making that clear. But what do you think about these maps, Spike? Pearl and Abyss for the first 2 maps.
Pearl and Abyss, I think a lot of what, specifically Pearl, I want to see how well these teams can control that mid space. A lot of times teams will falter on Pearl by not being able, especially on their defense, to be able to stop that mid aggression, and it allows teams to be able to split into either of the sites. However, I think if the most success that I've seen from teams is teams that can hold that mid space really well, because it really restricts that attack a lot more to have to attack one of the mains there. Honestly, very similar with Abyss as well. There's a lot of times where a late lurk on Abyss can come in super heavy and destroy an entire round for a team when they're gearing to retake a site, and a late lurk from a Sentinel, a lot of times a Visor, a Chamber on this map, is going to spell doom for a lot of these teams. So I'm really looking to see how well these teams can control mid. And then Haven is Haven. Everybody knows that map can be super lurk heavy if you let it be. So just, again, that's something that I'm looking for all 3 of these maps.
Yeah, obviously, the last time I casted Pearl actually happened to be with this Thermals team, but it was the Prospect team who actually got the 13-0 against Cha in the Prospect quarterfinals. So obviously Pearl, and another game that was on stream that got a 13-0 was also on Pearl, and it was Ash against High Tide. So Pearl seems to be getting a lot of 13-0s. So, but we are wasting no more time. We are going into Aiden Select here for this first map of Pearl to see here what these players.
Look at that Reyna hover. I hope they lock in that Reyna pick. That would be such a fun thing to see brought out in an Apprentice match right here.
Yeah, I mean Reyna, it's just that character where it's like if you are confident enough to run that Reyna, I think it's, you know, you can get away with it. There's a couple players in VDC who like to play that Reyna. One of them coming into mind is I'm Drag from High Tide. Loves to play that Reyna as well. But other than that, really, it's very rare to see a Reyna in these lower tiers. I mean, Mythic, you see it quite often because, you know, Mythic players are cracked and they have good aim, so they rely on that raw aim abilities. But here in Apprentice, we're looking at the other side of Thermals. I mean, you know, Mr. Munch is going to play that entry duelist on that Neon. And then also, you know, you just got that, ooh, I was going to say, Brimmy with the Hemi hovering that Cypher. I'm kind of, if they do that, I'm kind of questioning it, though. But luckily, he might have changed over to the Brim. Sticking with the name of
Brimmy with the Hemi hovering the Brim is beautiful. That is, oh, he switched back to the Cypher. I'm suddenly sad now.
I mean, the last time the Cypher was played was on the in that Cha THR Prospect game, and the Cypher wasn't really getting a lot of value in that. Or was it Prospect? Or was it Recruit? I might be getting it wrong. Let me double check.
Something that sticks out to here for me, Omni, is this Teo lock on the side of L7. I'd like to see what kind of value they can get out of this Teo, because Teo's kind of fallen out of the meta as of recently. But watching some of these VCT matches, if you follow VCT, Teo's starting to come back in hot. So I'm interested to see what they can pull out here with this Teo pick.
Yeah, and also just to correct myself, it wasn't Prospect Thermals that got the 13-0, it was Recruit Thermals that got the 13-0, just to make sure I'm corrected on that, as I was looking back at my notes and I didn't put down the name or the tier, you know, stupid me. But anyway, we are here. We are ready for this matchup here. Obviously, yeah, like that Tejo is going to be very interesting to see how they play, because like you said, in BCT they do play a lot of Tejo now, especially on this map.
100%. We see this Neon locked in here on Mr. Monchins. I'm expecting some pretty fast aggression coupled with that Sky. They're probably on that attack going to be running into some pretty heavy execs here on their attack side, whether it's running down B long with a quick flash out of the smoke, or running down A long with that KO knife. Oh wait, that's on the wrong side. My bad. Coupled with a Fade Dog or that Fade Eye into backside. But let's see what happens here in this first round.
Yeah, we are getting started here with this pistol round here. Yeah, that's going to be the pullback star. It's going to be Mr. Munch to take that space. That turret is going to get contact, though, onto B long. Now looking to run it down into this position. It's just the KJ and the Asher here. White Devil and Zigzag going to be here. Just waiting for that smoke, but that flash is in the hands of Auxiliary. As the stars come down, the rest of the defenders are rotating over. It's taking a little bit too long from the side, but now the flash comes in, and Mr. Munch is going to slide right back to the back hall. White Devil under a lot of pressure, gets the right click onto Mr. Munch, but tries to get the trade. Zigzag falls to Auxiliary. White Devil comes to 20 HP. Auxiliary once again, finding the 2 kills, taking that backside control. That stun does damage as well. That is a lot of damage on the Auxiliary. That's a swirl from Brimmy. OGC with the molly.
Last
2
player
kills
standing.
from OGC. Let's go to a 2v1. Sparks versus the world, and Suzu finds the kill, and the pistol round goes in favor of L7.
Wow, what a round from L7 there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, watching Monchin slide into backside there with that Sky Flash blinding that KJ, I thought it was starting to spell doom a little bit for the side of L7, but White Devil getting that beautiful kill on that Neon sliding in there, and then Auxiliary running in, I also thought was going to be a thorn in the side for L7, but the retake util was amazing coming out of the side of L7, and I think that's what ultimately won them that round there, Omni.
Yeah, especially that special delivery stun right there, doing damage now as well. That did a lot of damage
on the spike planter as well.
Yeah, as well. Great combination. But now that drone's coming in, the stealth drone coming in, that's going to be aware that they're going to be in mid. But Mr. Munchins, despite being on just classics and one share, they want to take this space. That knife is going to give a lot of information on where 4 or 3 of these players are.
Munition.
There's that stun coming in. The swing coming out from Suzu. She finds 2 but falls. Auxiliary and Retired God on the other side. That's 2 guns that are going to be picked up. That B side is left wide open, but now it's going to be Auxiliary who's going to get caught off guard by White Devil. Down to a 2v3 here. Little pop shots here coming from the side of Mark and Hale, but they back away, looking to play together as much as possible. They don't want to give up any more of these guns, but that bomb is in such a bad spot. OGC is going to peek into Retired God, who takes him down. Still has that Spectre, but there is a Bulldog and a Stinger in the hands of White Devil and Hale as it slows to a crawl here, Spike, with just 40 seconds left to go.
What an amazing start to the round there from THR. This is already looking to be a very, very good eco round on the side of them. I really like the tempo aggression in mid there, running down Art. That was a very good play from them, and they already have 3 kills on the round, which is amazing.
Yeah, but trying to do a little bit more damage. Both these players are here. It is a 1v1 from Hale, not looking towards that direction. Hale is not looking at all. Retired God finds the kill, now left down to a 2v1. It's going to be White Devil versus the world. As Mark, who is down super low, does find the cross though. White Devil finds the kill. Now it's going to get this bomb down. Retired God. God can play really anywhere he wants though. He's going to place that Cosmic Divide, who does have that activated. Looking to try to win this round. He's going to use it, but look at White Devil's positioning going right back towards Art. This Cosmic Divide, you cannot hear a thing on either side of the wall here, Spike. This 1v1 is crucial here.
This exploration from the Retired God, I think, is what's going to win him the round. He's listening and looking in flowers, looking in secret for this aggression out of White Devil, and he's not seeing it. I bet you he knows exactly where he's coming from here, Omni.
Yeah, indeed. No, now the sound bait coming in. White Devil's thinking possibly that Retired God is in that main position. White Devil takes the tap. Now has to try to stick the hat, but Retired God is here on the angle and played it to absolute perfection for the Thrifty.
That was such an amazing round from the Retired God, getting an insane 4K there to bring then that Thrifty round. I'm actually very, very impressed with him in that round because he got that Cosmic Divide online, allowed him to be able to scale around the site. He didn't know where the KJ could be, and he pulled that out, and he was able to almost explore freely without any like threat of getting shot in the back or anything like that on me.
Yeah, it was really, really well played from the Astra and Retired God. Using that Cosmic Divide, just repositioning into an unorthodox position. You would think he would play back in main, but instead plays in dugout, and you just don't expect it. Now with the Thrifty coming in favor of the side of Thermals, it's going to leave L7 on an eco buy. They are going to go towards this B-long position because they have the better weaponry. But from the side, there's 3 players here on this site. Now the Dog's going to come in. Are they going to clear that corner? No, they don't clear it completely. The short is going to fall, but the Dog gets the trade itself. Finding the trade down. Now it's going to go towards this B side. 2 players here on the back side. That flash coming in though. Trying to peek off of a Hale, cannot do it. These 2 players here in this back side are going to get penciled in. The C's coming in, does not catch onto White Devil. That Nanoswarm is still going to be here though. Ready to pause, but Achilles wants to keep the swing anyway and finds the kill onto White Devil. Still basically full HP, but it's Hale here trying to be that rat, trying to be the difference maker. Auxiliary's gonna fall to OGC here in that backside. Now the double swing, the double hold, perfect for Bruno with the Hemi and Retired God. Mark finds the kill on the OGC. Now it's down to Susie left in the 1v3. Those missiles are gonna come in though. The guided missiles are gonna come in with just a frenzy in her hands. It's gonna be so difficult to find anything, especially with these 3 rifles in hands. Now they know exactly where she's at. Brimmy just playing with this food, trying to force her into unorthodox positions. The pullback star, Suzu takes the swing, and Retired God continues to form with 6 and 1 start.
Very good eco round out of L7 once again. I mean, Omni right there with THR. Obviously, they were, predicted to win that round due to the fact that L7 had more of a low buy. However, if that were a gun round, I believe that L7 probably would have won that round due to the fact that what I want to see from THR on the attack onto that B side is either committing to exploring the entirety of the site, making sure that is clear, or getting the bomb down. It kind of seemed like they were sitting out in no man's land for a little too long there. So in the future, I'm looking to see one of those 2 things happen.
Yeah, especially with the guided salvo as well.
Gonna fall back here.
Denied so much, but that's gonna be fast, but take again. It's gonna be Hale. It's gonna be under that whale. He's got to refract away. But look at the backstab from OGC with that Odin as well. Are they gonna be aware of this? No, they're no. Oh, but Auxiliary turns on a dime and takes down OGC. Hale here in this art position. The guided salvo is gonna come in alongside those trailblazers as well. That's gonna be a flash. Seekers finding the mark. Auxiliary finding more, finding 3, and just like that, the A site brute force by Auxiliary, getting 3 on the round, and yeah, Zigzag's already running to B. This round is done and dusted. The save has been called. What an execute coming out of Thermals here.
Wow, that was just an absolutely amazing round by Auxiliary.
Recovering
Like, turning on a
Need
dime
them
there in mid and killing that KO with an Odin behind him was the catalyst for the round, in my opinion. Getting that kill and allowing them to scale onto site without the threat of that KO util was so good out of the Auxiliary. And then getting 2 more to follow it up was absolutely amazing. Very much deserved round out of THR, and a great round at that.
Yeah, I mean, just flawless execution coming out of Thermos, losing only 1 player, and that was in art, too. And Auxiliary even then got the trade immediately. Like, yeah, Mr. Munchin is 0-4, but at the same time, he's doing such a great job at, controlling that map space and trusting in his teammates. That's what Thermos have been doing so well in this map so far in the first 5 rounds.
Definitely, and taking a look at the money on the side of L7, you can't help but think this is about to be a 4-1 start for the side of THR, which is an amazing start from them. Obviously, heading into this matchup, the lower seed, maybe the underdog in this matchup, they have played it to perfection so far. I specifically loved that round Omni, just that, like I said, that mid-aggression there was a bit of a change of pace, and I really liked what they did there.
Yeah, now that one hero rifle that was saved from the last round is going to have it all to do. As the knife comes in, it's going to scan into shops, nothing. But these three players are looking to get explosive. As the rest of the players are going to find 2. And Mr. Munch is going to find that trade. Mark as well on the other side as well. OGC has to back away now and give up that space. Here in a 3v2, a bloody A-main fight, but it goes in favor of Thermal. OGC is going to use that pop flash to try to see if he can find any kind of value with that Sheriff. But from the side of Thermals, they're looking to back away. Mr. Munches and Mark are going to back away and now triple up with the side of Retired God, who has all this mid space. On the side of White Devil, who does have that turret mid, is going to break it though. Now has an idea of where they're at. But Retired God trying to just be a nuisance, trying to cause some sort of pressure, some sort of doubt in the minds of the defenders. But these 2 players are not falling for it. They are going to go straight towards B side, but this bomb is going to get down though. OGC and White Devil both only have a Sheriff in their respective hands. And now this is going to be this post-fight position here. Retired God on that lurk as well towards Street, while Mark and Munchins are on the site. Mark on that playing that long position. Here comes that knife. It's going to scan onto 1. Now they know exactly possibly where Mr. Munchins is at, but this timing from the side is going to put onto OGC. Finds the kill. Now it's down to 1v3 for the side of White Devil, who has it all to do again. Mr. Munchins on that backstab again, and Mark finds the peak. And that is a 4-1 start in favor of Thermals.
What a great all-around round there out of Thermals. Like, taking that fight into A main, they were down 2 at the start of that. They managed to go up in numbers by getting 3 kills. And they paused for a minute, Omni, which I think was probably the way to go in that round. Just that quick pause, re-explore a little bit more of the map, and then eventually end on the B site. They knew the KO was on A. They knew at most that 1 would possibly be on B. And I personally think that was the way to go that round. Amazing round out of THR there.
Yeah, I just like to give a little shout to Auxiliary. That first kill was super quick, and I think that helped them a lot in terms of winning out the trade battle, because the kill that he got was on the lone rifle. So the other 2 players only had a Sheriff, so it was very difficult for those 3 players or the other 2 players to try to get their value. But now we're back to a slow crawl. Thermals, seeing if there's any kind of aggression coming out of from the side of L7, but L7 is playing discipline, looking to just play back and play slow.
Scout destroyed.
It's gonna find onto the KJ, but that's all that Auxiliary knows. Possibly wants to break that turret, besides they second guess that and not go towards it and look to go back towards the street angle. Alarm bot though, Suzu peeking off the alarm bot, does not find any kind of damage though. Auxiliary being a nuisance once again, is gonna use that pop flash to get that street control. But once again, with 50 seconds left to go in the round, they want to possibly go towards this B split here. Auxiliary walking onto the angle, and a perfect usage of the crouch peek to catch Suzu off guard. Now the B split's activated here. It's going to be on the zigzag here to try to get that kill into heaven. He's going to wide swing into the angle. The flash was decent, but Auxiliary just does not get flashed. Mr. Munches is there on the kill as well. And now it's down to White Devil. And from the side of Hale as well, that camera does not see them at all. Retired God is possibly aware that jump down as well might have been hurt as well. And now Retired God and Auxiliary are both doubling up now, realizing this. But Hale finds the kill onto Auxiliary. Retired God is in a really good position. But the clear from Hale is not good enough. Finds 2 on the round from Retired God. Opening this up 5-1 for Thermals.
What a 2K there to secure the round by the Retired God, but I really want to speak on Auxiliary's value in that round. Going up in mid there, dogging through art and identifying where that KJ util is, you instantly saw the movement towards B after THR identified where the KJ was set up, followed by him exploring into that mid-street area with Mr. Monchins at his side. Sky hawking into that area, and then getting that first kill in con there, allowing them to crunch onto the B side together was an amazing value out of Auxiliary there.
Yeah, now we're going here. L7 back on Vico. That's just going to be, again, a fast A main take here for the side of Thermals. They realize that the buy is not very good for the side of L7, but they are 4 players here on the A side. The Seeker's going to be activated here alongside the Cosmic Divide. A lot of utils, a lot of ultimates for you. There comes that's going to be that, versus passing as well. Headshot again! Finding 2 quick kills for Sheriff. Using these ultimates to their advantage. Now the lockdown as well coming in. That bomb not really in their spot. Here in that church position. Hale's going to find that rifle upgrade as well. And now the Stelter coming out of Suzu, trying to see if there's any lurks possible. But this war on the A side has been won out so far by L7. But right now, Thermal's looking to try to bring this back into their favor. As now the Nightfall looking to be cocked and loaded from the side of Mark. Looking to use this as those guided salvos are going to deter them away just a little bit. Mark wants to use this positive for the side, but these 3 players are sitting in Mark. The span kill from Bremen with the him, he's going to find the first onto Zigzag. Now these 3 players are going to look to try to see if they can double blink out the end of the smoke. It's going to be OJC's going to pick up that rifle, but Suzu finds the kill onto Mark. It's now down to a 2v3. The armor getting in the hands of Suzu. He's going to have to force them out into the open. This is going to be Retired God to find the first. Trying to find a second, and it does. White Devil is sending a dugout now. Look down to just a 1v1. Here to 22 seconds left to go. Bremen with the him, he has to run out onto site. White Devil holding this angle is where he's at exactly, but now realize the time is not on his side. Has to get the plant down, but White Devil decided to conceive that plant. It's also for Art as well. Could use the neural theft as well. He's gonna be looking towards, knows exactly where White Devil is, does pick up that Phantom. Now he's gonna see, is Bremen gonna try to do the wraparound? No, it's not just yet. That camera is there. He's going to sit in Art, but White Devil possibly knows exactly where he's at. He's going to look to go explore and look to go re-clearing. Brimmy, though, is playing this so well, playing this so passively. As White Devil now just has no time, has to get back and get the tap. Wants to get it half, but Brimmy is playing it to perfection to win that 1v2. Absolutely well played from the side of Brimmy with the Hemi.
They're usually distracted.
What an amazing round out of THR there. I mean, it was a save round out of L7, and they start ult dumping into A main on me. They start dumping it was an Overwatch round for sure. This is a hero shooter, by the way. They start ult dumping, and they get 2 high-value picks off of that Waylay ultimate in Mr. Manchins and Auxiliary. However, I think the catalyst and the win for that round was definitely Retired God walking out of that Armageddon and getting 2 on site before going down, and that was how they won that round on me.
Drone going out.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful just swing out of Retired God. Just taking just no prisoners at that point. But look at the aggression coming out of Hale. Just solo walking up behind that drone into A main to take all this control. But Retired God wants to re-clear this by possibility. The ping comes down. I'm pretty sure Retired God spotted Hale, and now he's going to walk up and does find the kill onto Hale in that A main position. And now that A main completely lost is now back in the hands of Thermals. But these 3 players, they're not going towards that A side. I think the jump spot might have saw Auxiliary, but that knife point's also going to catch onto at least 1 player shooting it, but doesn't catch onto the other 2. Now the smoke's going to come in. Mr. Mush is just going to walk out, not giving a damn about anything, swinging through, finding the wall bang, and now that's the B side opened up. That's going to lead the other 2 players and bring with the Hemi Retired God left on a lurk. Auxiliary, though, the plant for CT and wants to take the fight into CT. What a beautiful call. And Retired God is going to fall the White Devil. Now, yeah, they are fighting straight into CT, possibly expecting a flank. But look at this timing. As Zigzag is going to swing on to bring with the Hemi, though. Finds that refight and does get the kill. But now these 3 players, they are so entrenched into CT and Heaven. This might be very difficult. They do have that Cosmic Divide, though. If they have an idea of where these 3 players are playing, as the first smoke is going to come in. Mr. Munch is playing in that position whatsoever. Now the Prowler comes in. They know exactly where 2 players are because 2 players shot that. And now the Cosmic Divide is in. But that Cosmic Divide, not very good for Mr. Munch as well. As the dog finds a second kill. As White Devil, they have to stick it here. They have to get it completely half. The double swing. White Devil finds 4, but there's just no time. 7-1 for Thermal.
Once again, amazing round from Thermals there. Something that I personally want to start seeing from L7 is just a little bit more of what I'd like to call a sense of urgency on me. The way that Thermals is playing this is they're playing with hard early aggression in certain areas and then kind of just backing out. And it doesn't look to me like L7 is taking much of that space. It feels like they're lacking map info. And to me, that's like, okay, if you don't want to do that, if you're pulling early rotates and then retaking sites, but there's no early rotates happening either. Kind of just entrenched in our own positions here, and that's what's losing them these rounds.
Prowler now is going to reveal one player in that street position. He did break it with a classic, so he's not sure if he had the bucket. There comes Hale trying to find a swing on Mr. Munches, but Mr. Munches once again says, no, this is my spot, this is my territory. Takes down 2 players in R, and now they're ready to split the A side as these 3 players are just nowhere near these 5 players of Thermals getting onto the A side. And once again, the buy just not in favor of L7 as Suzu looking to go exploratory, but Auxiliary just turns on a dime once again. 6 cents coming in, a 1 HP zigzag, wants to walk right into Auxiliary, who tries to get the kill. I mean, 1 HP, you would think that's a free kill, but not exactly. Wants to back away now and just play that. Oh, don't tell me again. Oh, it almost happened a 3rd time. OGC finds the kill on Auxiliary though. But still, it's a 4v2 and zigzag down legit to 1 HP. And that camera as well is in a very good spot. And there's also a gap in the smoke as well. Now it's going to walk in the flash. Oh, they wear Mr. Munches here. That eye is absolutely perfect to get the skin on the zigzag. And there's just no time. There's just no guns. And there's just no patience for the side of Thermals taking this 8-1 so far.
You know, I mean, the #1 thing that I've learned so far from this game is that I need to be trembling in my boots when I hear Auxiliary pop this guy's off. He has gotten 2 kills, almost 3 already in this game. I wanted to go back and highlight that C's dog play on the spike there was like pure cinema. That was absolutely amazing. Seizing the spike and then using the dog to get the kill there was absolutely amazing. So far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of THR here, Omni.
Yeah, the initiator players are really coming out to play right now. Auxiliary 14-8, Mark, yeah, 4-4-4, but still actually really doing something. Hale for the first time in this map's gonna pull out the operator, but that Neon is so difficult to hit when he's just jumping around across like that. The Seekers as well. This is the 3rd time of the half that Auxiliary has gotten this Seekers as well. The Cosmic Device is gonna be easier to take this side alongside the Overdrive as well, but the no command is gonna come in at the same time. This is just a huge fight, a lot of old Qs, but that Auxiliary once again finds the kill. Also zigzag once again finding the opener in the round. Because now no command is going to be out, but this bomb is going to come down. Hale still has his operator here in that back call position, but look at the call made by Thermals to just play completely off and leave Munches in this position. He's going to swing into the operator, but OGC is going to find that kill. Down to a 4v4 where these 4 players here are off the side. Hale finds the kill with the operator though. Now look at this OGC is going to try to get the timing onto Auxiliary and does. Mark finds the trade for that. Hinder is absolutely lovely. Has to try to help him out. It's not going to happen, but Mark's going to find that kill. He's going to try to find it again. Left down to 1v1. But Suzu finds it. 33 HP. And for the first time in 8 rounds, L7 is on the board.
I can play by the book from time to time.
Very good retake there by L7. Hale getting a lot of value with that operator as well. Getting 1 pick into back hall there and then getting another pick on long, really allowing them to fully retake that site there. Something that I would have liked to see a little bit more out of Thermals is maybe some assistance from Monchins there, because once they left him, he was kind of on an island, maybe hoping to get 1. But them all playing long there with that operator in hall kind of spelled their defeat there, Omni.
Yeah, I like the original idea, but instead of like sending just 1 person in the site, I would like the Sky to be there as well to try to like throw like a pop flash play and to keep that back hole's control. But still, L7 had a really good retake. It still was bloody though. It came down to a 1v1 and almost won it. Suzu was down to just 33 HP. Now we're here. That throne is going to be broken by Mr. Munchins, but they have an idea exactly where 1 player is in this mid position. But Hale, with that operator in A main. He was on B main last time, now he's in A main this time. But from the side of Thermals, they're going to walk into this art position, but the buy from the side of L7 is actually, I was going to say wonky, but there is only 1 Bucky, 3 rifles, and an operator in his hand. But Thermals are just playing it so slow, and is Auxiliary aware of this possibility? No, well, he was, but Suzu is just better on the shot. Finds the opener this time, denying Auxiliary any kind of first blood. Because now they want to possibly speed up to A side. A little fake to push that with that fast lane, but that stun was actually kind of good, but retired God can't find it. And Hale swings through the smoke and finds the kill. That is the punishment of running this slow play on this round. This operator is going to get value, but the rest of these players are going to go towards that B side now. That is left all alone, but they are more than willing to play this league, taking 5v3. But OGC wants to take the swing anyway. But that haunt is going to cut him out. Mark finds the trade. but it's a 4v2. They have to do something and possibly take a fight, and White Devil is possibly aware of this. Mr. Munchin has to take the swing. He's going to try to white swing off to the angle, but White Devil is just a little bit faster. Mr. Munchin cannot settle those shots, has to back
10
away.
seconds left.
These 4 players are coming from street. Now Mark's under a lot of pressure here. Best sees is going to be very good. As Mr. Munchin's going to see on the 2 players. Mark with a good spray transfer, tries to find a second.
Remaining.
Getting down to Mr. Munchin's here in the 1v1. This is going to be Hale. But that hinder is so it's so good from Hale. And dashes into the face of Mr. Munchin's to once again win the 1v1.
What a hinder there from Hale, dashing up and to secure that kill. I honestly think that was probably the most ideal play that he could have done right there. So great shout from him. But also Mark right there. Wow, he almost single-handedly won that round for THR, getting, what was it, 2 or 3 coming out of street there. Getting those 2 kills coming out of street almost spelled defeat for L7, but luckily Hale was able to pick up the pieces a little bit and forge that together into a winnable round. So great job out of him. Also, Omni, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to see a little bit of this Teo value come to light. Teo missiling that plant there so that they could not get that, and then giving them enough time to be able to group up and get out onto site there was beautiful.
Yeah, it was very risky, all 4 players coming from street because that bait is still alive, but I don't know if you happen with the last round, we're back into this street taking game. Mr. Munchin gets team lined up, but it's okay, nobody's able to punish it, as that power is going to be the flash is coming in, but it's going to be dodged it, and the team's done as well. Auxiliary wants to take this swing, trying to jiggle on to, but that's a bulldog on the hand, that's a 115 dink. Now that's going to be Auxiliary finding once again, yet another first blood. Now it's going to be Zigzag to take the timing on the swing, finds 2, but traded by Mr. Munchin once again. Now, despite the war of attrition, the war in street, it's down to a 3v3. White Devil down so low as well, but Hale is trained on this angle with the operator as well. And Retired God might be walking straight into it, and he is. Hale finds the kill, but now I'm going to speed up towards that B side. But OGC is going to be here on this here, but that Bulldog not able to find any value. Mr. Munchin finds the kill, but Bring Me With the Hemi again is going to be taking so much space, and White Devil, was going to walk into the crosshair, but now fighting against it. Should trust the first intuition. Bring Me With the Hemi finds the kill, and now it's down to Hale in a 1v2. Hale has that operator, but also has the coverage path. In the hands of Bring Me With the Hemi finds the kill somehow. A phantom dink. Might have been not enough bullets in the mag. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 9-3 scoreline in favor of Thermals.
Speaking of that last round, I loved that round, specifically out of Mr. Munchin's, as well as Bring Me With the Hemi. They knew OGC was going to be back there, Omni. He's been playing back there the entire game, and they did not forget it. They double cleared that. They pinched him in there, and it was a beautiful clear to get the site for free. And then Bring Me With the Hemi having a beautiful walkout into their spawn and getting one, backing up, and then re-aggressing to get that second pick was fantastic. But now something I'm looking at here at the side of L7 is, again, just really looking for that Teo to get some value here. I really want to see that Teo comboed with some of that KO utility to be able to come in and take those sites very quickly, clear out a lot of quick angles so that Hale does not have to do so.
Yeah, and especially with this comp on the side of L7, this is a very post-plant heavy comp. So for the side of Thermals, if they can deny that bomb plant as much as possible, I think L7 will have a tough time on the attack side. But here comes that A hit. It's going to be ready for that dash. Hale pop the refract, was not going to go forward just yet. Look at all the space that Zigzag is taking as well. Has all of street control. This is the detriment of having a Cypher. You have to be aware of Zigzag taking, or somebody taking all this control. Auxiliary, Sixth Sense might be activating here. Auxiliary, if he does clear it, as he kind of does, but can't settle the shot. Zigzag with the little running on action finds that kill. Retired God here in his art position. He's gonna hear a lot of noise from the enemy Astra, but he wants to go towards that mid and re-clear it. This timing might be lost, but that tripwire is gonna get a little bit of damage. Now Mark wants to hold this backside. Zigzag is gonna get the kill on the Retired God in mid as Mark finds the kill on to Hale. Now it's down to a 4v3 here. Zigzag is still kind of low here, but now the bomb is down and it's planted in a really good spot. But Mr. Munchin is here so fast on the angle. He's trying to settle the shots, take the first down. OGC is going to find the other one as well. Zigzag's going to have time to run away and try to play this post-plant utility. Does not want to die. As White Devil's going to take a swing onto Mark, but Mark finds that kill now down to a 2v2. But OGC is also so low as well, but OGC is not going to fall just yet. Mr. Munchin's trying to find it, trying to get these kills. The swing from Zigzag. Both go low as well. Mark, all three of these players are down. Now it's gonna try to stick it to half, and Zigzag knows the timing and swings onto it, getting 4 on the round and winning yet another pistol round.
Have I told you you're okay?
I mean,
You're
what else is
okay,
to be
fam.
said other than the
Good
fact
evening.
that Zigzag capitalized on some unfortunate whiffing from Auxiliary there. Very rare whiffing, I might add, but unfortunate
should
whiffing
probably
from
play some
Auxiliary there
stars in the
goes
astral
into a
plane.
4K on the round, and ultimately Zigzag being the reason they won that round. And honestly, the Astra being the one that remained up there was very, very important. If Zigzag did go down there, it might have spelled doom for L7. So a very good kill on Auxiliary, followed by the 3 others that he got to win that round.
Yeah, I mean, a little whiffy in that 2v2. If a couple bullets just landed to the body, we'd be talking about a different story here.
100%.
Turret's
But
destroyed.
here we are, here in this anti-eco round for the side of L7. Let's see if they stop the blows from the last time. They allowed themselves to get eco last time, but Retired God is playing this so well. Gets the first.
Wow.
Gets traded instantly by Zigzag with that Vandal. As now he's gonna try to, Mr. Munch try to run on the side, trying to get that trade, but cannot get the kill onto Hale despite a couple bullets landing. Now here comes that bomb coming down, and this is what you don't want from the
Spike
side
planted.
of Thermals. As this bomb comes down, and now from these rest of these players, they can just play back because there is no smokes from the side. I mean, from the side of Thermals. As now their Susan finds the kill, but Mark finds the instant trade. Here comes Hale here on the backside with that Spectre in his hands. But Zigzag playing absolutely
enemy
well, but
remaining.
Hale, despite being down just 4 HP, finds the kill. Now uses the hinder once again. Now it's Auxiliary down to 1v3, trying to do as much damage as possible. Hale, who is so low, but playing it really well. Zigzag has his back to make sure Auxiliary cannot find this kill. And now the time not on his side. Looking to possibly die to Spike, or look to try to get some damage. No, he is going to die to Spike. And no, I'm not talking about my co-catcher Spike.
Oh boy, what a round out of L7 there.
You know,
That
I
was
think you would
great.
love to kill Auxiliary in the game, but not right now.
Not right now, not right now. Very good round out of L7, but something I would like to bring light to is I love the eco round aggression play there out of the
BYB
Retired
fam.
God. I'm
Going
such
to
a fan
Astro
of
to do
just
them
like calling
Astro
something
rally.
aggressive or doing something extremely aggressive on a pistol round, because it's almost like, what do you have to lose, right? They have rifles, they have potential Vandals, Phantoms, Bulldogs, things like that. So getting a pick like that early can be very useful for any kind of retake there, and potentially getting any rifles out of their hands as well, Omni.
Yeah, I mean, bring me with him being the main caller of, or pretty much, I'm pretty sure he is the main caller.
Yeah,
of
he
this,
is.
Yeah, he is the main caller of this
Go,
team.
go, go.
And a lot of the callings he made on the attack round were very, very well orchestrated. Now Mr. Munches, though, kind of realizes that there's a lot of players, has to try to back away. A lot of spam damage, a lot of damage to him, down to just 80 HP, 77 without the
You
armor.
are divided.
Now the Cosmic Divide is going to be easy as well. He's going to take to this B site as fast as possible. The line comes up. Mr. Munches trying to tuck into this corner, though. This is the dangers of this wall. You're in a very tight corner. As he has to find a kill on the Susan with his back hold
Spike
control
down,
coming in here from
B.
the side of Hale. Just a Spectre in his hands. A flash coming in, though. Mr. Munches just find the kill onto Hale. Now down to a 5v3. And now look to the side of OGC. Just trying to get into the space as much as possible. But the Cosmic Divide goes down at the worst possible time. Now down to a 2v5. That's on the side from Zigzag and White Devil in a really unorthodox position here from Mr. Munchins. Looking to get aggressive, though. I don't know what to give. Yeah, Zigzag finds the kill. Zigzag with that rifle. He can't be giving away these lives here. Down to a 3v2 now off the hands of Zigzag.
30
with that
seconds
rifle.
left.
Now with just 27 seconds left to go in the round. They do barely have enough time to go to A side if they go right now, but they are not going. They have to commit to B now. As there's 2 players here from the side of Thermal still here, but that smoke goes down. As from the side of Mark, he is going to be playing in that smoke, but time is just
Cover
not
one
on their
enemy
side,
remaining.
and Mark finds the kill. Now Zigzag with the tab, but Mark playing that side smoke very well, and looks and just takes them both down. A burning disaster.
Valorant is a game of inches, Omni. Valorant is a game of inches. That very small gap in that Astro Wall spelled
Up I
defeat
go.
for L7 for that round. If they managed to get
That'll
that
work.
plant down there, they were in a very, very good spot. But unfortunately, Mr. Monchins being able to get into that little gap to deny that plant was huge. It caused a little bit of chaos on the side of L7, and it allowed them to be able to claw back in and win that round, even though there was some ultimate usage there.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, as you know, both of us have played Astra in our respective
Blinding.
teams, and we know that, you know, the effects that messing up a Cosmic Divide is Sometimes you just don't expect it. Like, okay, it's blocked off by the wall, and next thing you know, there's a little gap that they can play in, and you just don't really realize it. It can be so demoralizing sometimes. But now you're here on this buy on the side of Thermals. I mean, there's a Bulldog and an Outlaw, though, but that Outlaw's not going to get that much value spike with how slow these two are playing, though. There's only one light armor from the side of Hale. These players are going towards that street position. They have that connector. Retired God is here. But again, this is the detriment of not having a KJ or like not even having a KJ in general. So look at Mr. Munchins, was aware of this possibility, but White Devil is there and better on the angle. Down to just 10 HP though, off that Outlaw shot. B-side is open for business for the side of L7. They want to get this bomb down, and they have a lot of post-plant utility now ready to go here in the 4v5. Oh, messes up the plant though. Uzu, but now does get the bomb down. And OGC on the other side in that mid position takes down Auxiliary. And now it's a 5v3. But honestly, Spike here, I honestly would be calling a save now because there's just going to be too much utility in this post-plant to get through.
I agree with you. I mean, looking at the comp of L7, it's virtually impossible for them to win this round. They have Teo missiles, they have KO mollies, they have Astra as well to be able to deny it. And as you're seeing, like, these picks are starting to swing in the way of L7 here, but I mean, Mark is still alive. He could make something happen here. However, he is just going to back up and save here, which I think is the correct call, Omni.
Yeah, I mean, with this comp of L7, it is so dependent on getting that bomb down. Because once they have the bomb down, like you said, they have the KO molly, they have the KJ molly, they have the guided salvos, they have the Astra suck. They have like 7 or 8 pieces of utility to deny a spike defuse. That is very difficult, and for the side of Thermals, they just have to deny the bomb going down as much as possible if they are able to, control this defensive side, especially with the start they had on attack.
Definitely, and L7 here starting to string together some very good rounds, starting to get their econ up a little bit, and unfortunately THR is starting to fall victim to the econ bug that L7 was having in the first half, so we'll see how they can swing their way back into this game, Omni.
Yeah, Mark, though, with that rifle, he is 16-9, having a stellar game so far. But the Trailblazer coming in. No, just unable to do it. But Retired God does find a kill into A-Main. Wants to try to back away, but wants to get another one instead. Suzu finds the kill. But these classics! Auxiliary finding another kill. And now it's down to a 4v3 as I am burping a lot.
That's a weapon upgrade on the side. Oh, never mind, I lied.
Guys, the character full effect there for your first time, but it's okay. White Devil here on the other side wants to just hold his ground as Auxiliary getting antsy, trying to get that trade. Might have been unnecessary. It's not Mark with that rifle. Finds the first on the Suzu, taking her down. Now it's bringing with him with the Sheriff, but this lurk from White Devil, though, could be very, very costly for the side of Thermals.
One
Flash
enemy
coming
remaining.
in. OGC
Last
finds the
player
kill. Mark
standing.
does find a kill and was aware of it, but can't take the swing, can't get the kill on the White Devil, and White Devil finds 3.
Man, great mid lurk there from White Devil. Like, that was beautiful. Getting that, like, avoiding that early mid aggression and then following it up with 2 picks in mid, denying that rifle upgrade as well was crucial to them winning that round. And I mean, it was just perfect play from White Devil, and then walking up to be able to get that final kill onto Mark as well. Something that I'm noticing is some of those first half THR players that were putting in so much work are starting to cool off a little bit, but Mark is starting to heat up, so we'll see how that favors them heading into the further into the second half here, Omni.
10-7, slowly but surely. L7 is trying to force a comeback here. Because once again, they're fast towards this A-main position to take this control. The Trailblazer does get the stun onto White Devil, but nobody's able to follow up on it. This operator from the side of Mr. Munch is going to be 3 players here on the A-shot, but an ult command is going to be activated here, as it's going to be once again this back hit by Retired God is in on that backside, trying to hold as much as possible. Now coming to his teammate Zigzag in that smoke, as now the bomb's going to come down, but Zigzag takes a beautiful flash timing to get the kill on the Mark. Now the Retired God here in this dugout position. But now here's again the power of this comp. All 4 players, and all 4 players who are very powerful in the post plant are backing up. Now the overdrive is going to be popped here. Look to try to get back into this. That molly though is used absolutely well, and the Armageddon as well. So much utility trying to be used, the Trailblazer trying to be used at the same time. Trying to get that flash, but you're in the ult as well, Mr. Munchins. As trying to get this bomb down, from with the him, he's gonna get the half. Those guys salvos are gonna be there. The swing coming in from White Devil. Auxiliary finds the kill as well, but the bomb is half. The bomb is half, but they can't do a thing about it because there is so much utility from L7.
I think with this comp, Omni, you could not have drawn up a better looking round from L7 there. Like being able to go in and take that site, losing only one player and that being your waylay there, having all of your util post plant people in there, like alive still at the end of the round, was absolutely perfect out of the side of L7. Like I personally don't think you could have drawn up a better round from them, Omni. I don't.
I mean, the Apprentice team coordinating their util so very well. This is why you cannot sleep on the lower tiers. Some of these teams have way more coordination than some expert teams do, and it's like, and even some mythic teams even as well. Like this is very impressive to see coming out of L7 that they are just coordinating. They're commenting to each other. Okay, I'm using this. What do you have? I have KJ mollies. Okay, use KJ mollies first. Like they are just making sure that their mollies and whatever util they have, they are coordinating it to make sure that bomb defusal is literally impossible.
Definitely. As we're getting an in-depth look here at some of our favorite Valorant agents, currently looking in the eyes of KJ here. Something that I want to see out of Thermals heading into the head after this timeout. I would like to see a 2-1-2 setup that allows for them to be able to play on site a little bit more and be able to get some of those early picks on some of those people, like for instance this Astra or that Teo that can deny so much with that post plant utility, and then have those early rotators as well to be able to assist there. Because other than that, Omni, I don't know how they're going to get back into these rounds with this comp they have.
Yeah, it's very difficult. And look at this anti-strat coming out of L7 there. Double high load. And it's an absolute perfection. They just read them like a book. Open and shut completely as hail. Gonna take the swing on from mid and a beautiful flash from OGC. Take it down, auxiliary. And Mark once again here on that side. In this corner position though, but I don't think they're gonna go towards him.
They don't know he's here.
OGC getting curious, walking up. Mark, who has a stinger, is he going to trigger this one the first? He is going to trigger this one the first. Retired God, they're going to see all 4 players though, but you don't have enough bullets to find more. The Retired God is going to fall the White Devil. Almost disastrous if Mark had like a Phantom or something.
Unfortunately, with a stinger there, you're playing for probably 2 at most, Omni. I mean, I think he got almost as much value as he possibly could have in that spot. Granted, very good spot, but I would like to talk about the anti-strat out of L7 there with THR walking up, read him like a book. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Walking up into B main there. I don't think they've done that the entire game. Omni, and L7 sat there and they read it. So L7 has definitely done their homework, Omni, and it shows.
Yeah, right now, I mean, it is 9-10. It is 1 round away from a tied scoreline. After it being a 9-3 half, I mean, the 9-3 curse, I mean, could be in full effect right now. But Thermals just got to take a breather and just look to just play their defensive side as best as possible. They only need 3 rounds, but those are the hardest rounds to win sometimes. As that flash, looking to possibly flash towards mid, but they're just going to contact into mid once again. I mean, L7 has been playing Pearl very, very well, waiting for any kind of aggression that this team's gonna possibly cause them. But there's a step in mid. Auxiliary's calming that out to his teammates, saying, "Hey, there's a step in mid. It could be going to street right now. There is nothing in art." As now the seekers are going to be popped, and now all those seekers are going straight into that street position. As now they are, yes, going straight into street. And now there's going to be 4 players from the side of L7 stumbling, rumbling their way into this position. There's so much chance to get the kill with that operator, but just barely misses the shot onto White Devil. And now it's going to be Mr. Munch under a lot of pressure, but the knife will take a second, 2 for $1, but Zigzag finds the trade instantly. As now the bomb's going to come down, but once again, this is the pressure of this comp. The bomb is down, but it's not planted for long. But at this point, it really doesn't matter because of how much utility they have. Now we're going to try to take the swing, but Retired God does take down OGC. That's 1 piece of utility out of the equation. But Hale, here in his backside position, has the cover to pass, ready to go, is going to use it. But not going to be there. Brady with the hit, with the spam through the smoke, finds the kill. And now they have 2 guided salvos. They have to get on this bomb as soon as possible. Here comes the first one. Mark does stick it to half, though. They have it as half. These 2 players are so far back that they can just stick it all the way. And that is an 11th round for the side of Thermal, finally breaking the streak of rounds.
Very good answer back there from Thermals. I mean, that was very well played. Mr. Monch's there in a rock and a hard between a rock and a hard place there on B long. Managing to get one was very impressive out of him. And then just that retake onto B was beautiful out of the side of THR. I would like to actually bring to light here a little bit. OGC, the value that he is getting on this KO is absolutely phenomenal. Looking at a scoreline right now, 13, 16, and 12 assists on that KO. Might not be the flashiest player in the lobby, but he's definitely getting value.
All right, we're firing Spike after this one. This is a lone casting job. No,
GG guys, it's over.
It's okay, you can just cut me again in season 11. It's all good.
Oh.
But they're on this round again. L7, though, they had those momentum. They got 4 rounds in a row, but on the side of Thermal, they were able to finally break that streak. But they're going towards the Cypher site once again. These 2 trips to these kill trips. But the lockdown's going to be coming in here, but I mean, what the heck, can just play back in Art and just play off those trips. And same thing with Mark as well. If they go towards that church position, they bring with the Hemi though. That 9 point is not going to get anything though. The smoke comes down as well, and now here comes into the space. On the side of Hale, getting deeper into that spot. Has the refract, but it's not going to look to pop, but the flash comes in. But now here's that first trip. Cannot find the value, but oh, look at this. The positioning from Mark. But once again, here comes the bomb, but Auxiliary takes down one of them, though. That's one big piece of post-point utility down. That's now the hottest world comes OGC on the other side. That's why they kill onto Mr. Mush, though. Mark finds the trade instantly. And the spam through the smoke once again. Finds out OGC. White Devil down to 1v4. Has to be a magical clutch. And it can't happen. Retired God finds the last kill. And that is map point for Thermals.
THR stringing together some very good rounds right when it is absolutely required and needed, right? I think L7 might have lost the plot a little bit there, Omni. I'm not going to lie. I think they might have forgotten the comp they were playing because they were full brawling onto that side right there. I think all they needed to do was just take a quick breath after getting that spike down, maybe throw some Astra util down and get back out, and I think they have a much greater chance of winning that round, Omni.
Yeah, especially if you lose the Teo in that position as well. That's a huge piece of post-point utility you lose out on the guided salvos. And now, aside from L7, they are going to be playing just super far back here, as White Devil is going to cross, though, but Mr. Munchin does see it and does get the wall bang on the White Devil, but it's taking him down kind of low, under half HP. Mr. Munchin does just back away. Does not want to give up his life, but White Devil just does not care. 38 HP, the confidence he is showing to keep walking down beam A when someone could be up in that position. Now Mr. Munchin has unfortunate timing, though. White Devil so close, but there's that smoke. Now the pullback start from Retired God. As Mr. Munchin's just waiting, lying and waiting. That gun barrel's not seen yet, not sticking out in any kind of position, but Mr. Munchin is trying to play this as patient as possible as that stealth drone's going to come into Art. But Mr. Munchin is going to run away, though. White Devil, though, he's going to hear all this rotations away. Is he going to call them back? There is Retired God in that street position, but look at the activation now coming here from White Devil. He has such an insane time. He's going to find the first. Look at the play, trying to play this patiently. Does find 2 and opens up the round again with a beautiful lurk. Mr. Munchin has got off the line. White Devil takes full advantage of it, and now the B side is going to open up here with 30 seconds to go. They have plenty of time to get that bomb down, but Hale here in that position. The shot from the side of Hale, on the side of Mr. Munchin's. Not sell the shots on to Mr. Munchin's. Hale is going to have to back away, but Auxiliary in this position. Just find the first there. He's going to try to flash, see anybody is close, but OGC looking to try. Let's take a peek, and does find a kill. On 100 ping, by the way, finds the kill onto Auxiliary, and now the call has been made to stay. But Zigzag already reading into it, trying to chase, trying to hunt these weapons out, trying to especially take this operator out of their hands. But that is the round done and dusted in favor of L7.
I mean, Omni, like, White Devil just popped the top right off of that defensive hold right there. Something that I want to bring or shed light to is just the pace change out of L7 there. They have been playing such a fast, aggressive, site exec heavy playstyle, right? And they kind of slowed it down that round, and it caused some heavy early rotates out of the side of THR, which, I mean, yeah, that makes sense because that is how you play against this comp a lot of the time, is those fast rotates. But they slowed it down. They read the map very well. They played into the defensive rotate positioning of THR, and they were able to get back onto that B site. And then White Devil was able to get extreme value with that lurk there up street.
Yeah, obviously you know this very well as being an op yourself as well. Having that op in your hands, you have to be very patient on the lines that you have because you're basically the only piece of input that you have. And now there's that flash in A main behind the Prowler as well. Just take that space into A main. And now Mr. Munch is finally deciding to just stick on that line. These 4 players are here. That Hinder's going to come in. It's going to stand on to Mark, though. Trying to get out of the guy to Salvo. Is able to get out. The stealth drone's coming in now. Scan onto 1. Oh, sees 2 players, though. Does the break. Now the Cosmic Dive's going to give it a little early on the dive from Hale. That Cosmic Divide is not quick enough. Now the bomb's going to come down, though. And now it's going to go GC. Takes the peek and gets the kill. But White Devil finds the trade as well. Onto Auxiliary. And now Retired God now has an idea where these 2 players are. He's going to try to play his life. It's a 3v3 here. White Devil and Zigzag in an art position. But Retired God now realizing that alarm bot was going to have to stifle him a little bit. But now they're trying to get towards the side, try to take away this main position. Oh, but the timing again! Suzu finds the kill, but Brimwood Himi finds that trade. Now it's Retired God here. Gonna place down that smoke now. It's gonna take a swing and finds the first on the Zigzag. But it's White Devil to find the trade. Now it's Brimwood with the Himi left. That bomb in a very great plant spot. And the swing from White Devil once again finding it another 3K on the round. And L7 is 1 round away from overtime.
I mean, very good round there out of L7. Way to fight back into it. Again, like it looked like THR was going to win that round for sure with that timing from Suzu over there on A main. I honestly thought the round was over there, but THR made it winnable. Unfortunately, White Devil hitting some very nice shots, spelled a W in the scoreboard for L7 there, but we'll see what this last round of regulation looks like for us, Omni.
The last round here. It is a full buy except for 1 Guardian in the hands of Auxiliary, but that's okay. Mr. Munchins, though, who's been kind of holding his B side solo. He's going to jump spot and see nobody. Again, sees nobody, but now sees 2 players there. Now realizing that there's possibly going to be a B hit as that knife's going to come in. Now scan onto Mr. Munchins. It's going to be Auxiliary on the other side. Finally takes down the lurk of White Devil despite being down. Now low HP. Now the armor again is going to be coming in now. Now that Hinder's also going to come into flash as well. A lot of utility here on that backside. Trying to do something. Mr. Munchins finally somehow finds 1 kill. But now Mark is uncleared and finds 2.
Down, B.
Zigzag left in a 1v3. Now there's also Seekers coming in as well. He's going to tell him exactly where he is at. And then Cosmic Divide as well, making this near on impossible. And neural theft as well. This add insult to injury. And this is just going to be, it's going to take a absolute Christmas miracle in February for Zigzag to win this round. This crossfire from the side of Thermals is going to be so unbelievably difficult. If that smoke's going to come with Zigzag in that spot, Auxiliary goes off the sound bait, takes the 1 tap with the Guardian, and Thermals avoid the 9-3 curse, taking the map 13-11.
I mean, great showing there from both teams, right? Like it was the score line was 11-13. THR coming away with the win there, but that was a great showing from both teams there. Oh wow!
Auxiliary on the sky, 7 first bloods.
I mean, taking a lot of those early aggressions there. I mean, we saw him doing that a lot of the time. And Auxiliary is that kind of player where he's going to walk out and he's going to try and get his 1. And it's honestly very impressive how often he does get his 1, Omni. Like, even just watching in that map, I've played with Auxiliary before, he gets his 1. And it's very impressive to watch here.
Yeah, very impressive indeed. I mean, from the side of Thermals, they were able to avoid that 9-3 curse and able to take map number 1. Now 1-0 in the series. Thermals are 1 map away from upsetting yet another top-seeded team here in this Apprentice playoffs. Because remember, in these playoffs, it is do or die. You lose, you're out. You win, you move forward. But we'll be taking a quick 5-minute break, so go get your popcorn, go get something to drink, use the restroom. We'll be back here in just 5 minutes, VDC. Don't go anywhere. We are back from our 5-minute break here after a thrilling map 1 from both teams here between Thermals and L7 here in the round 1 of the Apprentice playoffs between the number 2 seed L7 and the number 6 seed Thermals here. I mean, these two teams, that first map, it was looking like it was going to be a blowout. Next thing you know, L7 brings it back, but they still falter on Thermals' map pick of Pearl. But now we are going into map number 2, which is L7's map pick of Abyss. Spike, how are you feeling about that last map?
I mean, if map 2 is anything like map 1, we are in for a heater map here as well. That was such a fun watch. Like, both teams seem very even. I mean, the scoreboard obviously is going to show that 11-13 score line, but I'm hoping to see more excitement like that out of this map too, coming into, I mean, L7's pick here, as you mentioned. We'll see what they have cooked up for this map and how Thermals is able to respond to it.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's do or die for L7. If they fall here on map number 2 of Abyss, they are out of playoffs, and yet another top seeded team will be upsetted in the first round. And that will be, I mean, at this point, if that does happen, I'm going to rename season 9 the season of the upset at that point, because holy, the amount of top seeded teams are getting upset right now. But let's not jinx anything yet. There's still another map to play, as we are going to be getting into Agent Select here for the map of Abyss, the map that a lot of teams like to just play retake heavy on one side and play heavier towards a specific part of Abyss, because of Abyss is so massive in terms of the just entire sites, where such long rotates. If you don't have mid control, if you don't have, you know, like space in the back sides of A or B, it's such long rotates on this map for either team starting when they start on their defensive side. I think it's going to be Thermals on the attack side. No, Thermals on the defense side, L7 on the attack side.
I mean, we talked so much about the value of a potential Reyna, and we didn't even get to see the Reyna, so very sad about that. Maybe Mark throws a little wrench in the plans and picks Reyna here, which would be very exciting. But right now, looking at the comps for both teams, I'm going to look at THR's comp here.
This is yet another heavy post-plan comp for the side of L7.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you got Mr. Monchins here on the chamber. I've seen him play, never mind. Mr. Monchins here on the Yoru. Yoru's very good on this map, obviously, able to get around the map very quickly, especially on defense there. It's a very, very good pick here. Pretty much like standard comp, adding in a Viper here on defense for the side of THR, and then looking over at L7's comp as well, you've got the Waylay Breach combo here, which is probably going to be very, very prevalent as we head into this attack half out of L7, and then obviously the standard Sova Cypher followed up with an Astra here.
Yeah, it's a very, once again, just like what happened on what the comp was on Pearl, it was very post-plan heavy. And now with L7 starting on the attack, this is the perfect time to start off hot. Because in the last map, they started down 9-3 at the half, and they had to claw back every inch of the way. And they almost did, faltering at the 12th hour. But now, starting on the attack side with Abyss, I mean, everybody has mixed feelings about this map. Is it defensive side? Is it attack side? What do you think this favors towards, Spike, on what side of this is?
Me personally, I like to think that probably THR is going to come up with...
I gotta cut you off, because this is a 5-man stack towards B.
Oh, wow. I wonder if they saw something that they liked when researching this matchup, but they're not going to get a lot of value here, unfortunately. It looks like L7's going to get an easy walk up into A here.
Yeah, it's like a 5-man stack, and Zigzag is here. Blue's gonna get flashed up. Is anybody gonna clear this position? Yes, there is. And Gillis is gonna fall though to Zigzag, and now the rumbling of the footsteps. That's gonna get the kill though. Retired God. Now it's gonna be a fast hit into A, as there is not a soul anywhere close to this. But here comes the other side though. Like a White Devil on that lurk once again finds Mr. Munchins. Eyeing that immense value on the lurk. Now it's gonna look to reposition to get back into mid and just play his life. As these two players here from the side, from Brim with the Hemi and Mark, on that spawn position. Tired God, though, in that mid position as well. The camera is going to falter. But now, they're not going to be aware the White Devils are in this back position, but these 3 players are trained. The flash is perfect, but Mark finds the kill onto 1. But here's that backstab being activated now, but he's getting a little too late. He's a little too late, as these 2 players are finding kills. And now it's down to White Devil in 1v2. Now it's gonna be the bomb. Retired God is sticking it all the way, but White Devil almost got the 1v2, the running gun on Mark, but falters at the last second. What a round from the side of Thermals to bring that back from the depths of despair.
I mean, Omni, unfortunately, the game didn't work out for THR, and yet they were still able to win that round. If I'm Zigzag, I believe, who was on that B side all alone on L7, if I'm Zigzag, I am screaming at my team to run A, to speed up, to do anything to get up onto the site there. Unfortunately, I think they just took a little bit too long. Like, even though the game didn't work out, L7 probably should have still won that round off of time alone, Omni.
Yeah, so unfortunate that they all fought that flank, and every single one of them lost. That fault line though onto Mr. Munchen, but it is going to get crashed away though. But this is going to be a fast straight into mid. Zigzag's going to take that Vent's position, but look from the side of Holt as well. Hale is going to try to get that pencil in and try to pinch that Auxiliary, but Auxiliary playing this very, very well, making sure that he is not exposed from anything as well. But this mid position is compromised completely. And same with Heaven, Zigzag, who is holding tight, making sure that he's not exposed to anything. But again, the round is slowed down as these three players are in mid. That cam is broken though from that lurk. And now bring with the Hemi, still jiggling, still waiting. Mr. Munchen finds the kill with the Outlaw, but now Auxiliary is getting curious, but so is Zigzag. Getting this timing, he's gonna find, Auxiliary finds two before getting traded by Zigzag, and then Marcus there as well. And now Zigzag, who is not enough HP, falters to Mark, and that is a 2-0 start for Thermals.
I mean, very good round for Thermals. Like, their defensive setup was not broken at all by L7's save there on that round. Only losing 1 life there is very, very good from the side of Thermals. Still have, healthy econ, still kept a lot of their guns heading into this round. And again, I'm looking to see what L7 could do here on their full buy round. I'm looking to see Hale get on the board, go in there with that Waylay, potentially with that Breach util, and get set up, get some easy frags, and get this site pretty easily with what looks to be a solo Mark on this site, a solo Astra.
Yeah, with just a Spectre in his hands as well. He is going to be under a lot of pressure. That Silver Drone is going to come in now. Here comes that smoke. Here comes that stun as well. The backside, that fault line as well. A lot of util trying to get into that backside. Is going to be going into that fast back hit. Hale follows the util perfectly. Mark can't see a bloody thing. As now it's going to be that bomb site completely in the control of L7.
Spike planted.
That's going to be Hale taking this backside control as well. It's going to be Mr. Munchies with that Outlaw. Only one player has light armor, and it is Hale, who is backside. But Mr. Munchin has to walk re-clear all that angle. Retired God is close already, but these post plants are going to be entrenched here. Retired God throwing a kind of a shallow snake bite, but realize Hale is there. Hale is going to be quicker on the draw, quicker on the shot. As now Remy with the Hemi is going to be here, hit with 4, looking to get the ace here on the round. Auxiliary looking to back away to not give that ace at all. And looks like the call's going to be made. Yep, he is jumping off the map to not give Hale that ace whatsoever. And that is a flawless anti-bonus round for the side of L7.
I mean, I said I was looking to see Hale get on the board there, Omni. I'm not sure that I could have predicted a 4K and almost an ace there out of Hale, but great round out of L7. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if it was a read by THR, a potential read to leave Mark there alone on the site, but I'm not sure if I keep that setup the same heading into these next few defensive rounds, as unfortunately a solo Asher there is either going to have to get off or lose their life most of the time with this heavy heavy exec comp with this Waylay Breach in hand.
I mean, the util usage from OGC is really, really good. That fault line, that flash, all of it, just to destroy the person backside. Now back to this mid hit again. Here comes that dash again into that security area. That fault line is one to deny anybody from peeking, but it's going to be Auxiliary holding this angle, but he just gets off of it right as Halt looks to peek. Or Hale. I keep calling him Halt, but it's Hale. Here in this position though, but Auxiliary playing this patiently to not give his life up. He is the only line of defense here for that CT position, but L7 looking to play this very patiently here. But once again, there's 2 players that are so focused here in that CT position, and there's 2 players in B main from the side of L7, and this is going to be a heavy B split most likely. That drone comes in. It's going to get broken though. Viper he has to back away, but that out to the shock is absolutely nice alongside the stun. And now it's Retired God has it all to do, trying to stay alive, trying to find a wiggle room. As this timing though could be massive, but he's not looking to swing just yet. Comes down, can't settle it on the
Spike
OGC.
planted.
Hale is the one who finds the kill. And now this B side opened up. That scan though, it's going to be on the auxiliary once again. But Hale in a really difficult offense on the clear, but auxiliary is just better on the shot. Almost gets the kill again. That fault line back up on OGC. Tries to stall them out as much as possible. Suzu, he's here on that other recon dart. Gonna get broken immediately. Oh, I thought it was a clone. I missed much running out. And Suzu finds one, and then White Devil is there on the trade. A perfectly executed round from the side of L7.
Wait, Omni, I couldn't have said it better myself. The util that is coming out of this L7 team is so well coordinated. This Apprentice team has practiced a lot, and you can tell. You know, it's late in the season. A lot of these teams are refining a lot of their play styles, a lot of their comps, and it is showing here. I mean, that Astra stun into that Breach Aftershock was just perfect to get that kill onto Remy with the Hemi there, and that was the catalyst into heading into this round and eventually winning it, Omni.
I know when I was on the team, Abyss was one of our best maps, but I think L7 might have us beat on that one because of just how good their util has been on this map so far. It's been so well drilled, but now they're tired of giving up mid. They're tired of them abusing it. But the side of L7, they realize that. They read it. They're not going towards mid. They're going heavier towards B main, just countering thermals perfectly. And now the spy cam is going to get broken. Now saw the waylay. I'm pretty sure I might have saw the breach as well. Now here comes that fast hit again. An Aftershock fault line combination to just make sure that backside is completely and utterly cleared. So now it's going to be that B side opened up again, but it's going to be White Devil here on that lurk once again. Retired God does get a couple bullets from that Sheriff into the body. That bomb is coming down here in that 5v5. It's a 5v5 retake for both sides here. That Marshall in the hands of Mr. Munchin can have to do wonders here because there's 4 Sheriffs with Suzu. Yet again, it's a very difficult spot to clear because you have to go out so wide. That flash just pushes them away though. It's going to have to be a faster retake here coming in. Trying to jiggle on the Suzu, but Suzu is just holding down strong. Hale as well as trying to find several those shots onto the Auxiliary. Once again, Suzu just settling those shots, and Hale as well. Hale finding 3 on the round, and that's a flawless round for the side of L7.
Omni, I'm a little confused by these THR defensive setups. Like, let me know if you agree with me or not, but a lot of these rounds are looking like gamble stacks almost. And I mean, unfortunately, they're picking wrong like every time. L7 is doing a really good job of reading into this defensive setup. What I want to see here out of THR is more default defense setups to be able to properly execute into what the attack is throwing at them. But right now it's looking again like a very heavy B setup with L7 leaning towards A on that solo Astra. It's gonna have to be a retake here out of THR if they get onto site.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Sova like going towards heaven and being ready to throw that dart. That very difficult dart to clear whenever they start to execute onto A. And yeah, he might be looking to go towards that A site now to get into heaven. Now the convergent pass is going to be used now as that fast hit's going to come in. As the dart going to come in now. The dart does come in though. He does get the scan onto 1. He does finally get the kill on the OGC, but that scans both onto 1. You have to be careful though. White Devil is going to be here underneath that heaven position. He's going to be also zigzag here in that lurk as well. That tripwire is going to be tripped for not even Shaq. That's like something else, but it's got broken. Now it's going to be that post-point utility. It's going to be zigzag, though, on that lurk once again. But look at Remy with the Hemi. He is aware that he is playing very patient, but now the timing is there because Hale got the kill. But that stun is beautiful. It really finds the kill, but it's going to be White Devil here on that backside again. It's going to falter, though. Retired God gets the kill. Now it's Suzu here, trying to buy time for zigzag on the lurk. Now the Hunter is going to be used, but they're going to try to follow up and try to chase her down. But are they going to be aware of this now from this lurk? They are kind of aware, trying to get the kill, and they do, and it's half. THR finally win a retake with guns in their hands.
Very good retake there out of THR. I mean, they had lost 3 rounds in a row on the defensive setup, and I mean, they kept it the same, and they showed us why they have that defensive setup. They had a very, very successful retake there with very good utility heading into it. That Sova dart allowing them to get that first kill of the round was beautiful as well on me, and I would like to see more of that retake out of THR. I mean, if they're going to keep up these defensive setups, their util game has to be on point with retaking these sites. So heading into this round, again, we have this 3-man setup over towards B, and it looks like it's going to be another mid play here out of L7. I love this mid aggression that they're having. It's really giving them a lot of control in the map.
Yeah, I mean, once you have that mid control, if you're the attackers, you can basically go anywhere you want. Auxiliary, though, in that mid position is going to get away, though, and get into CT position. But look at this walk up from the side of Thermals. 3 players are here in that B main position. Look at the take down the 1 or 2 players that are in this position. But Zigzag is playing this very well. Does not see the gun barrel from Gold. Remove with him, he's going to have to back away. But look at Suzu looking to get ready to backstab here. But now the rest of the players are here. Suzu does find the kill onto Mr. Munchins, and now he's with the Hemi. Who's under so much pressure, blinded him, can't see a thing. And Suzu finds the kill. Now it's Retired God here behind this box. All they're going to do their due diligence and look to clear this out.
This is amazing.
Oh, by the looks of it, they are not clearing up. A Retired God can't set the shot, only finds 1. And now it's down to a 2v4. Auxiliary and Mark here to do it all. But these players are in such difficult position to re-clear as well. As look at White Devil's position. Looking to wait, get it off. Does find the first onto Auxiliary now. Left down to Mark in a 1v4. Now wants to go re-clear, wants to take down White Devil. White Devil is playing it so well. Mark has to go out so wide to find that kill. And now Hale is going to be in an off-angle position, unable to settle the shot to the last second, down to 1v2. Now Mark looking to do it all, looking to be the guy, looking to make his camera start moment. But the shorty says, no, I'm going to deny that and shut it down before it even starts.
I mean, so far into this matchup, Mark has been looking like the raid boss of THR. He's been putting together some amazing rounds for them. Fortunately, couldn't get it done there. That round, honestly, the Retired God set up behind that little box on B long or B main there. I thought that was going to win them the round, honestly. Unfortunately, couldn't settle the shots, only got 1 in that position. But that was a very good play out of him. Kind of baited his team a little bit. I don't know if I'm Brimmy with the Hemi, I might be like, where's my help? But, you know, almost won them the round. But yeah, so heading into this next round, I'm excited to see what THR can put together here on this defense.
Yeah, now the Viper Pit is going to be utilized here on the B side. But they have a lot of ultimates to be able to possibly take out that Viper in that position with the Rolling Thunder especially. But Retired God does have Brimmy with the Hemi close by, but Brimmy with the Hemi is going to walk away, though, and look to just play the rest of the map because from the side of L7, they're kind of scared to go towards this Viper's Pit because that Viper's Pit is very good to deny basically any plant spot except for like one corner or like the outside edge of that plant spot. White Devil, though, finds the kill onto Brim with the Hemi in mid. That's a huge pick because now that's tripwires down, and these players are walking into sight, making this Viper's Pit absolutely null and void. Just finding all these openings as Retired God is now scared.
I know exactly.
That's not no, that's also gonna come in though. Let's just find the kill. The Retired God is gonna find the kill again. That Viper is gonna fall down. Let's find a second. The OGC finds the trade. Now it's gonna be a 3v2 though. Mr. Munch is down. Really low, but the Hunter Fury is gonna use though on Suzu, trying to stay alive. Mr. Munch does pop the dimension just as well. Down to 20 HP. Is gonna jump around. Which is 20 HP though. Falls. And now Suzu trying to get the bomb down, but that shock dart is gonna hurt.
Spike
Actually, not as much as I thought it was going to be. Probably missed that fault line use as well to stall them out. The Recon Dart as well is going to be used. To stop the Rolling Thunder as well used to stall them out as much as possible. A beautiful usage of the Rolling Thunder from OGC, bringing us back into their favor. But once again, it is Mark, the man, the myth, the legend, trying to do what he couldn't do in the last round and clutch this out. That's not a drone coming in. Oh, he's trying to take the timing, but Suzu just tucked in far enough. And Mark cannot pull magic out of the hat. What a round from OGC to bring that back.
I was going to say the exact same thing on me. The amount of value that OGC is getting, not even just this map, but last map as well, is absolutely insane. Maybe not be the most flashy player on the scoreboard, sitting at 5, 3, and 5, but I don't know, Omni. I think you'd agree with me when I'd say that he's winning them a lot of these rounds with his utility, whether it might not be on exactly following up on picks, but the stall util, Omni. The stall is getting them so much value on those retakes attempts from THR.
I just have to wonder though, from the dimensional drift inside of Mr. Munchkin, you're down 20 HP.
Might have been a factor.
Might have been because like it's so risky to do that play, and you're not even facing the guy anyway, and you just falter there. The White Devil once again, he has been terrorizing Thermals in this mid position, being able to take so much space and being able to control it basically by himself. But L7, they know they're on a weak buy, they know what their guns have, and they are waiting again. They don't have a main position though, but that camera is broken. Now waiting for any kind of mistakes from Thermals, and they are trying to learn from their mistakes and just holding tight. But L7, they are playing it so patiently, Spike.
Yeah, this Viper Wall is getting a lot of value in mid with this slow mid aggression. It's kind of hard with that Viper Wall unless you're taking that really fast mid space to be able to get a lot of value, because they're just going to pop that wall and then look to clear out that close part of mid to them. But unfortunately, they weren't able to get past it early because it was like a slow mid aggression there. But as they're starting to gear up towards A now, and there is nobody from THR. There is nobody home on the A side except Mark playing up in that heaven space. So they're going to get a free side entry here on me.
Again, they're just finding the open sights once again. But now here comes that recon dart once again. They're going to try to get the scan. There's the scan on the one player, but the stinger is just not enough. They're able to do it, but the smoke does go down. But the shock dart, perfect onto auxiliary to take them down. Now they're trying to deny the plant, but they can't do it just yet. Suzu finds the kill again. But Mark this time does get the kill. The spike has to go down. But the rest of the side of thermals are trying to flood on the site. It's going to try to get that swing. It does. It denies the plant. And that is a thrifty for thermals. An absolute masterclass defense there with the light buy.
Was such a beautiful layered retake there. Like, normally giving your ones in that situation is probably not the greatest. However, them just peeking out one by one to deny that plant. L7 was not really covering their planter at all. They were geared up in different positions. I don't know, setting up for that potential retake that THR was going to have to throw out, but they just kept going at the planter one by one, and they lost off time. It was a perfect scenario for THR there.
Yeah, realizing that despite L7 playing that slow game, they realize that now the time's in their advantage, and they can afford to take risk. And now they're going. You can tell that L7 is a little annoyed at that. They are speeding up the pace and going towards this B side. The cosmic device is going to be used as well to get into that position. The camera's going to be used as well. Now Tail has to back away and give up that high ground position. And that camera, that tripwire cannot get any value because of this cosmic divide. Now that bomb's going to come down from Suzu, and nobody's really protecting it, but he's unable to find any value from that. Now it's going to be the Cosmic Divide falling down. Ready to get this retake underway. OGC, this flash might get a lot of value if they look to retake here. This flash could be so good. As now once again, slow retake coming in. The flash does come in. The Cosmic Divide, well, there is 3 players on the site. That stun does not hit though. As they're looking to try to speed up this retake whatsoever. They have to start coming in. That's going to put Mr. Munchkins in a really bad spot. Mark finds the first on that tray, but trying to get anything that hinder in the hand. And then does get the kill onto one. He also found a kill onto Munchkins as well. And he's doing it off.
Be right back.
Look at the... He's coming to alive. And he finds it this time. Coming alive.
What an amazing play out of Hale there. I mean, he just turned into, like, the Radiant level looking player with that aim. He was just clicking head to head to head, and it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, Hale there, obviously the reason they won that round, but once again, I cannot highlight the value, highlight enough the value that OGC is bringing onto this team. That stall util, them having to retake with almost no time left because OGC is layering his util so well to be able to deny the entry into sight.
Denied once of the ace, was not going to be denied a second time. As Retired God trying to just be something different, but just has to back away because of that recon drone coming in, forcing him in back. But now here comes this Defy once again, it's really bad. The recon dart's going to get a scan onto Mark. Cannot do it again. Hale continues once again with 6 kills in a row so far. That scan trying to get those kills with Suzu. Dancing around the bullets, but not the right clicks this time. Falls there. Now they take that backside control. Some Munchkins though, close by. And this time they're not falling for the same mistakes they made last time, holding down the planter this time. But Hale, who is close by on this round, and flicks onto him. Dodges the block, and Hale is turning into Thanos himself, willing this team yet again to another round off the back of Hale.
Last round.
I mentioned earlier Omni Mark being the raid boss for THR. Right now, Hale is looking like the raid boss for L7. He is hitting some insane shots. He is going into a different level of duelist play in Valorant, hitting those shots that like only he looks like he can hit right now. They're absolutely insane, and he's a big part of the reason that they are up 7-4 right now.
I mean, 17-7. What was that? 8 kills in 2 rounds so far? Like, turning into the MVP so far of this series. And see if he can keep up that play as that recon drone is going to come in now towards that A side. They realize they have a lot of advantage. The conversion path is going to be used down onto the A side, but it's not going to tag onto anybody but Mark sitting in heaven. Trying to get some spam damage, trying to get anything to happen there. That Hunter Fury is going to be used to try to clear that heaven position. There's some Munchkins there in that position. Does get the tag on the auxiliary though, but he's just going to be able to survive. That shock dart though, it's going to hurt. Down to 65 HP, but now they get the post plant down and they're just going to play back and leave the man himself, the man who's got 8 kills in these 2 rounds, alone with OGC, who's been having such a stellar game util-wise, is going to use that aftershock, try to stall him out in that CT position. OGC is going to get shoulder piece though. Hale once again trying to do something, trying to find it. Much does find a spot into the smoke, but the swing on the swing timing is there perfectly. White Devil is going to fall. The Nerf that's going to be used as well as that's going to be a lot of util trying to come in at the same time. The post point util. As here comes the Suck trying to stop him down, but it does get to half. They have to stick now. They have to be able to stick. The zigzag says, not on my hands. An 8-4 half for L7.
Once again, another great
Switching
round coming out of
sides.
L7's attack there. Omni, I know it's the,
Look
I
down
know we
on
swapped
them,
sides now,
friends.
but I'm just again questioning the empty A holds that THR kept throwing out here. I mean, it looked like L7 was just able to get a lot of value off of the defensive setups of THR. But we can forget about that now as we're heading into THR's attack half, and looks like they might be gearing up for a mid hit here, some mid aggression, as we saw L7 take a lot of advantage of that against their defensive setup. So we'll see what this half holds for THR, see if they can fight their way back into us, as they are down 4 rounds, and this round is going to be a big catalyst to see if they can fight back into it, as if they win the pistol round, they will probably win the round after, and that would be only 2 rounds down on their side.
Yeah, and now I mean also with this comp that Thermals have, they don't have a waylay dash or jet dash. They have the TP from the Yoru, and they don't really have like a break to set that up in that position, but they're going to use the Viper's Wall to their advantage. If that recon dart is going to come in, not going to get the scan on anybody though. That sight smoke though is very good. That's done. Does get the kill onto Hale himself. Mr. Munchins trying to keep up the form, trying to take over for Hale that he did in the last round. Zigzag though in the sight position, trying to be a nuisance. Does take the swing and a beautiful usage of it as well. But the whip is coming in as Mark finds the kill. But does get the trade out. White Devil himself now down to 1v2 here from the front side of Brimmy. White Devil has full HP with the whippage again. White Devil is gonna fall down to a 1v1. Brimmy with the heavy. Cypher v Cypher. Time on the side of White Devil though to make this play happen, and he makes the correct play and the correct read. Brimmy falls. White Devil continuing to dip the Cypher here as they get the pistol round.
Based on that setup out of THR in that post plan, I did not think that THR had a chance heading into that round, but then Mark just getting 2 unbelievable picks while still in the exact same position that he planted the spike in was absolutely phenomenal out of him. He really tried to bring that back for his team, but unfortunately L7, they were shooting and they were able to bring that round back into their grasp and win it here. Unfortunately, that does mean that THR is down 5 rounds, scoreline being 4-9, so they're going to have to pull something out of a hat here to be able to get some rounds together to win this map on me.
Yeah, it's going to be so difficult to come down from such a deficit though, especially on a bit, but we've seen it before plenty of times where teams are coming back from huge deficits on this map. And now it's going to be see if Thermals, if they can do it again. This is where superstars turns into legends. This is where you make your name if you are able to make this comeback here, down 9-4. It's now the slow play from Thermals looking to take this mid position, but look at this high-low setup here coming out of OGC and Hale again. They are reading so heavy into this, despite that tripwire in that position as well. And now they get off the line again, but Hale again finds that kill. As now it's going to have to be so much, just have to get that bomb and retreat out of mid. There is still that Cypher towards that B main angle, and he does get the kill onto Retired God. And now OGC is going to come over here with that break util. White Devil. Okay, here comes that flash. Absolutely gorgeous flash to take down Mark. And Mr. Munchins also gets caught out, and these 2 players are now deathly low. White Devil can take the swivel, bring with him, just find the kill with that Sheriff. Down to 1v4. Has so much to do and not able to do it whatsoever. Double digits are found for L7.
I mean, Omni, just taking a look at the scoreboard right here, you see Mark sitting up there at 13-12. I mean, he's doing as much as he can for his team, but what I really want to see after this timeout is somebody separating from the pack to get up there with him and try and help him. And honestly, the player that I'm looking to do that is Mr. Monchins. I've seen him do it. He can take over a map, Omni, you really can. And I'm just looking to see him kind of get some more value out of this Yoru, walking up, getting a pick, TPing out. Really, really valuable in the terms of how this map could play out. So I'm just looking to see somebody separate from the pack here.
Yeah, I mean, there are these 4 players, aside from Mark. I mean, you can look at the scoreboard, Spike. I know you're going to make the joke, but I'm just going to say it. 7 kills, 6 kills. You can make the joke if you want. But
I didn't make that joke, guys. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, chat. He made it 6-7 joke. That was him.
I didn't even say 6-7. I said 7-6, so get
You
your
just said
facts
it.
right. Okay. All right, bro. But, I mean, still, you're right. I mean, one of these players, if not 2 of these players from the side of Thermos, gotta find their footing, gotta find their voice, really, find the gun shooting abilities that they are very capable of in order to bring this back, especially on the attack half. But now we're going into the bonus buy for the side of L7. If they win this round, that is an absolute backbreaker for the side of Thermals, and we could be looking at a map 3 here. But right now, it's, you know, never say never. You don't give up, even if you are down astronomically here in this situation between here for the side of Thermals. We've seen miracles happen, but now you're looking towards this B side. They want to go towards this Cypher side, and White Devil just does not have that range advantage with that Spectre. Mr. Munchkin gets the kill, and now it's going to be here. Now it's going to be this fast flank from the side of L7. They're going towards this flank, and it's going to be under a lot of pressure from the side of Bring with the Hemi. Trying to sell a shot, just find the first, but OGC with that share is going to find that second. Now just trying to get the kill again, but Mark is going to continue to form again. Going to find the second once again. 15 and 12 from the Astra. And now Zigzag left down to 1v4, but it's going to go into this heaven position, try to do as much damage as possible with that Spectre. So you're going to see, does see the head of Mark. Oh, but he takes the shot. Does the running gun though, but the trade is there instantaneously from Mr. Munchkins. And that is a beautiful round from the side of Thermals.
I mean, White Devil caught out there early in the round. Unfortunately, with that Spectre in hand, that is not the weapon that you want in that range. And unfortunately, he did lose that gunfight. Honestly, Omni, if he would have got one there, I would have said GG right there. But he did not, and THR did end up getting the round. That was L7's bonus round, so we're going to see them heading into this round with full rifles. And they THR is coming into this round with a Bulldog, so we're going to see if that has any impact on the round, Omni.
I mean, 4 rifles and a Bulldog in the hands of Brimmy with the Hemi, but that's Recon Dart's going to come in. That's an interesting lineup.
There they are.
Pretty good dart, actually. Gets the scan on the White Devil in that backside position. Could not clear it out, but now OGC is here still, though, to stall them out with that fault line. There is 3 players here from the side of L7 on that position in backside. Kale with that bandit wants to take the swing, but Mr. Munchkins. Let's try to sell the shot a little bit. Oh, but he just decides, I'm going in anyway. Hell, once again. They're standing tall, standing strong. The Neural Death's going to come in. And again from Hale. A beautiful one tap onto Mark to get his 3rd kill on the round. Coming into his own, coming into form. When his team desperately needed it in this series. Now, oh, he almost took the head off a retired God. But now, looking to play it off again.
One enemy remaining.
He gets to the point, but Hale is just better again for the 3rd time in this map. Is on for the ace, and he wants it, but White Devils gets a spam kill, and you know he's not happy about it. A 2nd ace denied for Hale.
Oh, you know he wanted that ace. As a duelist player, I have turned around and looked at my team in disgust many a times, Omni. I am very familiar with the body language there. Didn't even need the comms. But yeah, I mean, Hale is just on another level right now. He's hitting some insane shots. I mean, he is solo winning some of these rounds for L7. Not to say that they would lose the round, but I mean, if he didn't do that, but it doesn't really matter because they don't even have to imagine it on me.
3Ks, 4Ks, and 8. What can you do if you're Hale right now? And now they realize they want to go towards A side. They want nothing to do with B. They want nothing to do with Hale in general. They know where he plays most of the time, so they want to go towards A side. But here's that TP in, but look at the position from the side of these players. They're going to take the flash in, they take this backside control for the dodge, the flash pursuit is perfect from Suzu! Gets the kill, the Retired God finds the kill, but that trade coming in. Mark and Retired God are finding one apiece. In that lurk from Retired God, now down to a 2v2. It's going to be White Devil and Zigzag versus Retired God and Auxiliary.
Take flight.
A huge round to win if you're Thermals, especially on this buy. But these two players only have a Sheriff in their hands. Now the smoke comes down. Zigzag looking to get this defuse down. The snake bite comes in, trying to stick through it. He is just sticking through it with no care in the world whatsoever. White Devil, or Zigzag, sorry, gets the defused.
Match
and that
point.
is map point for L7.
I mean, you said it, Omni. That is map point, scoreline being 12-5 right now. It just looks like L7 has had THR's number this entire map. We need to. I mean, if THR is going to fight back into this, I need to see something different out of them. I need to see some crazy aggression or some different setups, because right now what they're doing is not working. So I just need to see something different out of them if they're going to fight back into this, Omni.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's now or never. Is it a 2-0 or is it map number 3? Thermal trying their absolute best. Now the dimensional drift is going to be used, but there is that Sova in heaven. And at the back away, Hale once again finding the first blood in that mid position on the lurk, killing the lurker. Now there's 3 people in heaven here, but there's going to be that convergence path.
Planted.
And now he is on that flank. They have to realize he's on that flank. But on the side of them, look at the ping coming out though. There are 4 players in backside, and they are waiting for it. So the positive kill from Mark, maybe that fault line trying to use. But she's going to be able to dodge all the utilities. The pass going to use as well. The Abstract at the same time, trying to dash into it. Rim with him, he's going to fall. Hale once again with 3, but OGC is going to find the kill. OGC shuts it down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a dominant second map for L7.
Be right back.
I mean, you said it. As dominant as it could possibly be. A 13-5, and Hale came alive. Map 2, ending the map at 25-11. Omni, 25-11. Absolutely insane out of the duelist of L7. And I mean, just take a look at the scoreboard here. 6 first bloods.
91 ACS.
That is absolutely outstanding. And you see Mark up there, 18-16 as well. He did everything he could for the side of THR, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
Your team needs it most. When you are in a do or die situation here, that's where you are. That's where you come alive, and that's exactly what Hale did when his team needed him the most. The star duelist of this team. He says, don't worry, guys. I'll put on my Spider-Man costume and I'll swing into action, and comes alive with 25 frags to force a map 3. Now, with that being said, we're going to take another 5-minute break to get some water, to get some more food, because this series is not done yet. We'll be back in just 5 minutes time. Don't go anywhere.
Dude, he was hitting some insane shots.
I took a dive. I didn't know I'd fall so deep into your eyes. I've never been somewhere so sweet. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. Got you divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Looking at me like people are looking at their phones. I've spent 7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know. Yeah, your love is all I need. Running around with you always by my side, off of the ground. Cause the feeling's so damn high. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. Got you divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Passport, hotel, jet plane. My life won't ever be the same. Got you all up in my brain. Love the way you changed me for the better. Got me through bad weather. I want you all the time. 'Cause I love the way you looking at me like people are looking at their phones. I've spent 7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know. Yeah, your love is all I need. Yeah, your love is all I need.
In the dark, drawing cold blood, hide away. Am I scared of the thing I'm trying to find? Cross my heart, but take a U-turn.
Around with you always by my side.
And we are back after a quick break, after a stellar map number 2 coming out of L7, and specifically from Hale, just absolutely taking over the server when his team needed it the most. And now we are here, Spike, with map number 3 of Haven. It is do or die, the decider of who will move on and who will lose to move on to face GG Apprentice in the second round. I'm excited, Spike. How are you feeling about this?
I mean, I'm so excited right now, Omni. Watching, I mean, you said it yourself. Hail, that map was absolutely insane. I don't know about you guys, but it was really fun just to watch that from my perspective. But again, I'm just looking to see an exciting match between these two teams. Map 3. What more could you ask for as a viewer of a VDC match? I'm so excited, Omni.
Yeah, I am excited as well. You can't get any better than this, especially with the stakes being so high, especially with these seedings. Number 2 seed versus a number 6 seed. The upset is still on the cards, but now we're going into Haven. Possibly could be a strong map for both teams or a weak map, but we are wasting absolutely zero time. We are getting into the agent select here of this map 3 banger between these two teams. I mean, obviously the first 2 maps, they were each other's picks. You know, it could be obvious they could go to the people who picked those maps as their strong suit, but now it's the decider. You don't know what's going to happen if it's either one's strong suit or it's their weak map. You don't know until you get into the server.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see THR kind of shrug that map off. Obviously, they did not want to lose that map. They wanted to put it away right there. But it is map 3, and if you let that map loss sit and fester, it will cause you to lose the next map. So I'm just looking for them to forget about that last map and look forward, look into this map. As you're looking at these comps here, I mean, fairly standard comps for the most part. You got the Breach Jet, what it's going to look like coming out on the side of L7 with that classic Omen, Sova, and Cypher setup. And then on the side of THR heading into their attack, you have that deadly Neon Breach combo right there that can set up for some nasty plays on both attack and offense. I'm looking to see some fast, quick aggression out of THR's attack here, and with that, I'm looking to see how L7 is going to be able to handle it.
I mean, it's been so back and forth, and like right now for both teams, whoever started on the attack has had a stellar half. THR 9-3, L7 8-4. Like on both their attack halves, they have been starting off so strong. And now for the side of Thermals, can they replicate that first map where they went off and got a 9-3 scoreline? Especially now we're on Haven, where it is notoriously attack sided because it's a 3-bomb site map. So the main person I'm looking at, Brimmy with the Hemi, can he come up with the right calls in order to set up those plays on this attack half?
Yeah, I mean, like you said before, like it is a three map or 3 site map. Lurks come in very heavy on this map, and we saw on specifically map 1 a lot of lurks being like coming in very high value on Pearl. We saw Brimmy with the Hemi as well as the Retired God getting a lot of good timing lurks, and so I'm looking to see that again from them, and it could be even better here on this 3-site map. But we see THR here getting ready to gear up for what looks like a potential C split, going to go through Garage here with Auxiliary set up on C long on the lone, Cypher on C Omni.
Yeah, the C split, a great call to start on the pistol round, because you just don't expect it when you're so used to people just hitting A right off the bat because it's the norm thing to do. But instead, Thermals want to go towards this garage position, towards this C site. But there's not a lot of noise being made though, and these two players from the side of L7 here on the A side, but instead I want to go towards the C side. It's going to be just White Devil here. That Dar's going to come in on the back side. Now the fault line as well, try to stall them as much as possible. But these two players are just going to get off the site and just look to vacate it and just play that 5v5 retake, which is that one player in that garage position. It's going to be Mark trying to continue the form that he had in that last map. Auxiliary is going to come back into garage, but White Devil is waiting for it. But he's not going to overexert, not going to give up his life just yet. He wants to wait for his team, but oh boy, are they all going to flood out of CT? This could be catastrophic, but on the side of it so much, he's going to take that first aggression. He's going to have to back away now. That flash is going to get dodged. Now look at the back away. Auxiliary has it all. They're all so blinded, but just can't find any kind of headshots, any kind of shots. Gale finds the first. And now they're going to try to get this kill, but that ping from the Cypher cam, it's just going to falter down. White Devil finds the first. Now trying to get the kill, but the spams are perfect. Brimmy with the Hemi finds 3. And that is the pistol round for the side of Thermals. And I lost track of the count, but I think it's a tied one. I think it's 3-2, I think. Or 2-3. Something like that. I don't matter.
I mean, that Cypher cam getting the ping on the person that was on the spike was huge. Brimmy with the Hemi, great round out of him. Amazing 3K there. On me, I'm not going to lie, when I was looking at THR's potential setup there at post plan, I was a little bit nervous. They had 3 players in long. They still had smokes alive on the side of L7. What I'm looking for in the future is a little bit more of like an on-site hold, but I mean, hey, it worked out for them there, so what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to play on-site though with this comp that L7 has. They have that Olin power and oh, there's that aggression coming out of L7, but Brimmy with the Hemi finds that first. White Devil left down to just 10 HP. That's now again, but look at Zigzag taking this space, taking this timing that has been given to him. Brimmy with the Hemi, not going to be aware of this possibility. The White Devil's going to be close by. That shotgun's not going to get the first one at all, but look at this. Oh, they see him. They see his side. OGC unable to find those shots on the blind of the target, and that team is not going to be able to do anything. Hale does find a kill though with that ghost. He's going to find the upgrade.
Spike
but
planted.
Now going into garage, Agility was going to try to hold it, but gets called back by his teammates, looking for this high-low possibility. No, they're just all funneling back along, not wanting to give Hale a damn thing. giving him so much respect. I mean, I don't blame them after the second map that he had. They're giving him all the respect he deserves, and that is just one gun faltered for the side of Thermals.
I mean, great round there out of Thermals. It was pretty much textbook. I mean, L7 came in with that early aggression there, specifically out of A, and they read it perfectly. They got their one pick, realized where the aggression was coming from, and then instantly shifted to the other side of the map. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, blanking on the name. White Devil was tucked in that close C-long position. Unfortunately, didn't get any value there. He was spotted out by Auxiliary. Great job by him to clear out those corners. But yeah, heading into this round, it looks like THR setting up for an A hit.
It's the same kind of default defensive setup from the side of L7. Having these two players here on A, but Hale wants to get aggressive again. Gonna jump spot, sees one. Now dashing away, realizing he has to play his life. But look from the side of L7, they're just not moving yet. They're not convinced that this is an A hit yet, despite that drone coming in and the aggression from short. Now from the side of Thermals, they're gonna walk down into long, but these L7 players are not moving. There's still 3 players heavier towards C, and these 2 lonesome players are here on the A side. That updraft is going to be heard, though, but he's not on top of the box. Retired God with that fault line in hands. Actually, I think it's the flash in hands, actually. And now it might be the go button. It's going to be actually, yeah, that's a fault line onto Hale. And now the dart and the relay bolt. So much utility coming in. Trying to get that trade. Suzu does get the trade and backs away instantly.
I know exactly.
A beautiful trade from Suzu, but that's going to be the neural theft coming in here from Burmy with the hit.
Spike planted.
Realize now these 4 players are here in that CT position. Now they're looking to play off though, but there's so much util. Might be catastrophic though. Here comes that paranoia as well as the aftershock. This is a lot of util, but that counter aftershock is perfect from Retired God to stop the flood. Now here comes attempt number 2. Suzu finds that trade, but again the paranoia comes in. Retired God though is gonna get scanned by that cam. Now has an idea where he's at. Has to try to get one. White Devil that finds that one. Trying to strafe around, but Suzu finds that kill. Now it's Mark has it all to do, but Suzu comes alive when she is needed. The anchor, the woman herself, finds 4.
That was honestly very, very good layered util there out of THR. Stalled a lot of the round, and it was very difficult for L7 to even get onto site there and follow up on the util they were throwing. Suzu just didn't care though. Like, she just walks out there and gets 4. Like, sometimes that's what it takes to win a round, you know? Like, that util was perfect out of THR, and yet Suzu just did not care.
I mean, just the fact that Suzu walks out of the smoke and trades out Hale, I honestly think that won them the round right there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, that was the perfect way to play that. Get one, get out. Like, that was absolutely amazing on the side of Suzu.
Just perfectly played there. Now we're going back into this fast fault line here for Mr. Munchins now. It's going to get just so much pressure. And this mid-take, perfectly done from L7 to deny it. But now with the hitting, that gap in the smoke is held and can't get the trade. Now it's Zigzag here with just a shorty in hand. They're trying to close that distance. Just find the first. On to Mark. Auxiliary finds the trade. It's going to be OJC. It's going to be here. Just dodge that flash. They just find the kill, but now the rest of these players are here. They are so close to him. He is caught in no man's land. Now his Retired God's gonna have to give away his position. That tripwire has to be broken. Now they know exactly where he's at, but he wants to reposition. But Hale is reading into it, going into garage, and yeah, sees Retired God. Now looking to do some damage. Retired God seeing if anything's going to happen, but this is just so difficult to win. What a perfect play coming out of L7 here.
I mean, Omni, I did not, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see the rifles on the, if there were rifles on the side of Zigzag and OGC, but there was a ghost kill, a classic kill, and a shorty kill in this round. And I'm looking at Suzu, Hale, and White Devil right now, and I'm seeing 3 Phantoms. And that's aura. Like, honestly. That's just aura.
Got the shorty kill, and OGC had the ghost. But I mean, just a beautiful round from L7. They realized their money wasn't really good because there was a lot of damage done in that round. And these are the 3 players alive here: Suzu, Hale, and White Devil, who had those rifles from the last round. And it won them that round because they read into the mid hit, and it was well executed from this team once again.
I'm gonna ask you, I mean, do you think that gap in the smoke on B window was like planned? Like, do you think they did that knowing somebody was gonna swing out of it, and they're just sitting there holding it, waiting for it?
That's
what it felt like to me.
I'm gonna say 50-50.
Well, either way, I mean, what were you gonna say?
Because the gap might have been intentional, but it also could not have been intentional because, like, you're throwing the smoke for that mid hit, But then you realize, oh, I threw a gap in it, and it's not hard to just hold it and expect the swing, because as the attacker, you see that gap. Tell me if I'm wrong. You want to swing into that gap and see if you can get a punish, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, but I mean, here on the side of THR, we're looking at more of a eco round here. We got Retired God keeping that Phantom from the previous round, but it looks like they're gearing up for a very, very fast C hit as Zigzag is going to be tested here.
Yeah, that smoke coming in on the site. That site smoke is so difficult to clear as well. Now here it comes, but he's flashed up. The slight right control on the Stinger, just can't settle him. 2 HP from Zigzag, and White Devil finds the
down.
And Zigzag finds a second somehow. And then OGC
One
with
enemy
that breach
remaining.
util and the flood retake works perfectly. Mark picks up the Phantom, but OGC doesn't care. Keeps on trucking along, finds that kill, and that is the lead for L7.
I mean, Zigzag getting 2 there is like absolutely criminal. It was a
The
very
first one
good
was
kill on the
criminal.
Monchins. Yeah, the first one was criminal. I mean, realistically, Monchins had a Stinger. He probably shouldn't have lost that fight, but it's okay. But then Zigzag jumps back up onto Plat and gets another one at like, what, 4 HP or something like
HP.
that?
2 HP.
2 HP. Yeah, like that was absolutely criminal. Obviously, I think that's probably what won them the round, but I mean, a good tempo aggression play there out of THR. Unfortunately, they were on a lesser buy, but now it's looking more like a default around the map here, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but if you are thermals, you want as many rounds as you can on attack. You want to get 8, you want to get 9, but now that means you have to snowball like right now if you're gonna get that 9.
It's an attack-sided map, Omni. I mean, they keep losing these rounds. It's not going to look good for them.
Especially with how coordinated L7 has been with these util, it's gonna be so difficult to defend. But now, I mean, that dink on the Zigzag is gonna put him down to barely over half HP. Hail with that outlaw. Only one player though has light armor, and that is onto Mr. Munchins, who is not even close to the bulk of the offense here, as he is just going to take this scene long control basically by himself at that point. But now here comes the fault line. Hale is going to dodge it, but that outlaw might come into play to get a 140 damage onto one of them. Here comes that swing, and yeah, 140 on the perimeter hit, but he does make the right decision to run away, but he's just going to pop the Blade Storm here. He wants more damage, but Thermals playing it safe, playing it slow once again. As he's going to be looking like Retired God. Might want to try to fake all by himself here. As look at the space again Mr. Munchins has on that C-long position. Drop that smoke now. Here comes that from the shadows, but Zigzag might want to disrespect this smoke. He's 62 HP here. He is going to look to go on a timing here. The timing is, well, the timing is insane, but Auxiliary finds a trade. But there are 2 players on the side of Thermals who are so low. Now the bomb is down. OGC is going to flood retake here again. They don't have any smokes, so they're realizing they can just play off. But Hale is here with that outlaw, trying to get a tap on the spike here with the Hunter's Fury. That's trying to layer the util, but look at this kill from Suzu again. Finds that lurk once again. And now it's going to be that flood onto Hale. Mr. Munchins finds 2, but it's going to be again that coordinated retake from L7 to absolute perfection to shut it down. 4th round on the board.
I mean, Mr. Monchins did everything he could there to he got 2 on C long. Honestly, it was just a great play out of L7 to be able to take that space. And I mean, if I'm Thermals there, I'm not super worried about the person on the spike because I have multiple people just running at me right there.
I just got word. We have another upset. Lied? Oh my god, my producer lied to me. Never mind. Anyway, moving on. I was gonna say the Mythic Playoffs series is going on as well, but we are here in the Apprentice map number 3. I mean, a beautiful round. I mean, yeah, like I said, Mr. Munchins did everything he could, just not enough to be able to, support him on that take. But now Zigzag here with that outlaw in his hands, as well as the operator in the hands of Hale, and Zigzag finds the opener with the outlaw. And the swing coming in again from Mr. Munchins, though. Trying to find that fault line onto C-Long. Now, Hunter's Fury coming out from Suzu. Just absolutely disrespecting them as well. But Mark sees that gunbird. Yes, sees it again. Oh, just so much time is being played here. And now it's going to hit that tripwire. He is going to be scanned, but White Devil can't settle the shots. Finding ways to live. Zigzag finds a kill in the shorty, but Retired God finds a trade. The Noah Theft, though, trying to be used, but cannot find anything. Mark's going to play off here, but look for the side of Retired God. Oh, the White Devil reads into it with a perfect spam. And now the question mark coming in. Now it's the Auxiliary, but Suzu with the operator. Now it's going to be down to Mark in a 1v3. Has it all to do, finds the first. But this bomb plant just off to the left. Suzu is just gonna stick it all the way. And Mark trying to get out, trying to keep his life. White Devil though, wants to try to kill him. He does survive. And that is the 5th round for the board of L7 and Spike. When do you call a red alert for the side
Right
of Thermals?
now. As I see the timeout come out to answer your question, right now. Right now is when you need to call this timeout because you need to start getting some more rounds on the board. Right now, L7 is just snowballing these
I will
rounds.
have to cut you off real quick because even though like I was lied to, I was correct on what I was thinking. I was gonna say we have L7 Mythic taking down MF Mythic 2-0. Who would have thought that would have happened?
I mean, insane upset there. We'll see if another upset is in the cards here. Honestly, Omni, it could happen. Right now, it's not looking too probable, though, as out of this timeout, I would like to see THR spread out the map a little bit more, try and stretch that defense of L7 a little bit thinner, and then be able to tempo that into a site hit that is not just stacked with 3 people on it, because right now most of their site hits are into the stack of L7. So I want to see them just kind of spread the map out a little bit more, maybe play a little bit more of a default style, which I know that doesn't necessarily play into the Neon Breach comp, but right now their fast aggression plays are not working.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such stifling defense from L7, but like I said before, I've said many times, you don't give up here. It's do or die. And now Mr. Munchin's running it into short. He just completely ignores it. He wants that tempo, fast aggression towards A. But again, look at this retake that L7 is so willing to play. Suzu lining up the shock dart, ready for this default plant. As Mark is going to get on the site now. Here comes that fault line. The tap comes in to try to wait for any of these. So here comes that first shock dart though.
Spike planted.
Gets a little bit of damage though onto Mark though, 47 HP. Now here comes from the shadows. In that back line, are any of these players going to hear? I think Auxiliary is going to be one to turn around, but here comes that Paranoia as well. Now it's going to be trying to get that kill onto Auxiliary and does. Bring with the Hemi close by. But this flood retake is going to be so hard to stop. OGC and Suzu loaded in the op. But here comes that Rolling Thunder on as well. Now comes the counter Rolling Thunder as well. Coming in a lot of YouTube. Bring with him. He's going to find the first, trying to see if he can do all himself. But hell, continuing on. Down to 1v3. He's going to take the wide swing and takes him down. And once again, L7 will, at worst, tie this scoreline and tie the half.
I mean, right now, THR just seems to have no answers for what L7 is throwing at them on their defense side. I mean, they're getting onto site for free, but I don't know if it's just the insane utility usage here out of L7 or if their guns might just be working a little bit better. But, I mean, they're getting onto site for free. They're getting the bomb down. It's the post plant that's really stifling them right now. And so we need to see something different out of THR here if they're going to have a chance at this map, Omni.
Yeah, it's going to be... something has to change if you are Thermals. Once again, it's going to be fast towards short, taking much into short, but it's looking like it's possibly a fake though, because he is the only one here in that short position. But L7 are so patient. They don't move until that bomb goes down. They are holding every single angle. Like they have the tripwire in B, they have the trip in garage, but they still have a body in zigzag with that judge in garage.
They're playing post plants. It doesn't matter. Like the positioning just doesn't matter because they're going to play post plant on every site.
Yeah, they're just playing that retake with how much util they have. Like if I'm Thermals, I would like to see him try to bait out this util instead of, trying to be, playing that post plant. But Zigzag has that judge in hands. This could be disastrous. There comes that flash though. Oh, almost could have been bad, but does get the kill. And now that fast C hit, that North that's going to be used. Hale's going to have to get away real quickly because that North that gives away exactly where he's at. Now, once again, for the first time in a while, it seems like Thermals is up in numbers, but with this util usage coming out of L7, that could be, could not stop them whatsoever. But now, in this 4v5, the smokes is down. They could play off, but they're deciding to play on once again. Here comes OGC. Running right into the side, but Brimmy with the Hemi is going on that backside. White Devil's going to find the first onto Mr. Munchin. Opening up again. Brimmy with the Hemi blinded up. But these 3 players from White Devil, nobody's holding it. As Brimmy can't settle the shots. Thermals are giving away the man advantage. It's a 4v2 now. as OJC.
One enemy
Look at the
remaining.
hole. Retired God just found a kill. But that bomb is half. Retired God trying everything he can, and White Devil runs him down. And that
You failed.
they will
Now
win their defensive side after they get the 7th round.
Amazing round out of White Devil there. Just looking at the scoreboard right now. White Devil at 9-2, Suzu at 8-2, and then Omni. It might be a little premature, but if I'm THR, I think I'm calling my second timeout here, as you need to get some of these attack rounds on the board. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you need to get some of these attack rounds on the board. You need to try and end this, and at least an 8-4 or a 9-3. You have to get at least 2 more rounds for, in my opinion, to even have a chance here, Omni.
Yeah, I mean, it's Haven. It's attack-sided map, and if you go into defense, I mean, you want to have more confidence. Because right now, I could tell Thermos' confidence is starting to dwindle. Every round they lose, they're just losing those confidence. Like, they've lost 7 rounds in a row. They won the pistol round. Like, just here's put this into perspective. In the first, like on Abyss and on this map, they won the first pistol round and the following round, and then they proceed to lose 4, 5, or 6 rounds in a row afterwards. So right now, Thermos' confidence could be dwindling ever so slightly.
I mean, 100%. We've seen it time and time again. These snowballs, they tend to not work out well for the team that is getting snowballed. And in order to get back into this, they are going to have some extreme mental fortitude. Because as a player in VDC myself, I know looking up at a scoreline like 7-2 can be very demoralizing.
Yeah, but then again, you just can't give up. You have to keep going. As again, here's that mid-aggression coming here from L7, reading into this possibility. Like OJC and Halo are looking to take some fight here. But from the side of Thermos, they want nothing to do with it. They're going back to this A hit again. And Suzu here left alone on the side, but it's going to have to just take that retake. Once again, she is just completely off. The overdrive is popped as well. A little prematurely, though. That's not going to be a factor here in this round. Hale down super low. But again, this is a 5v5 retake. But there's no trip here on flank. So Brimming with the Hemi has to watch it. Or Zigzag's going to look to punish it, but Auxiliary. And Brimming with the Hemi. Oh, a beautiful shot from Brimming with the Hemi to take it down. Now Brimming with the Hemi again. Finds the swing, finds the kill. Now look at the swapped weaponry here. Hale, despite being low, wants to just get in. Brimming with the Hemi again with 3. And Auxiliary finds the 4.
No more.
Suzu just opens up that kill right there. But this round, just done and dusted, trying to do as much damage with that operator as she can. But Retired God just got to shut it down. And Brimming with the Hemi is the one who comes alive. And finally, finding the round on the board after 7 in a row.
I mean, you said it earlier, Omni. In my head, I was thinking, why was that Neon ult popped there, right? Like, we know that that's going to be a retake, so that was, in my opinion, a little bit wasted. But just looking at the positioning of THR on that post plant was better already after that timeout. You saw so many different angles being held, so many different positions. What has been killing THR on these retakes is the util flood, and then people just getting picked off from multiple different angles. But it looks like they made some kind of adjustment here, and I'm here for it. So 7-3 heading into this round.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope they can keep up that adjustment here. But here's Suzu in that A-long position, kind of committed in there, but it does not matter. Suzu just sits down Mr. Munchins. Now OJC going to take a fight into mid, but just a little flash and peek. Now the number advantage in the favor of L7. But so far, we've seen the detriments of being down numbers, though, in either teams. I mean, more so in Thermals, but maybe the curse can happen here as well for Thermals because they so desperately needed it. But again, this slow play again from the side of Thermals, looking to find that opening side. The jump spot from OJC is going to see a little bit from Retired God, who's going to try to get that orb to get just a little bit closer to that Rolling Thunder 2 away. But Thermals are going back towards Garage, but guess who is there, Spike? It's Hale with that operator in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, Hale with that operator, it's basically a sentinel, right? You're gonna sit there and you're just gonna hold as long as you possibly can, and I guarantee you, Mark is not gonna repeat this, or his life will just be gone down the toilet. But
30 seconds left.
THR starting to gear up towards that C site, but maybe not. It looks like they're starting back out as Brimmy with the Hemi is taking some incredible space on B. It's a fight with Zigzag. Unfortunately, he loses, and we see THR kind of in shambles now, kind of spread out, but they do get the kill on White Devil here. But But it looks like they're gearing up towards a B hit, but there's going to be 2 players, 11 seconds on the clock.
10
They got to
seconds
speed
left.
up. They drop a smoke. Hale gets a pick with the operator.
One enemy
And the
remaining.
route is pretty much
Spike
over
down,
now.
mid.
Retired God just need to try and get away with that rifle in hand. And of course, it doesn't look like he is going to get that as Suzu gets 3 on the board to get L7 up 8-3 in this round.
Last round
Just a
before the
beautiful
switch.
hold there. I mean, the time just going against Thermals. Yes, it was like, okay, we're trying to find anything to even out the numbers, but L7 just won't give it to you. But I mean, I have to say right now, the one thing that I noticed that L7 or not L7, Thermals just weren't doing, that front B trip was never broken in that early going of the rounds. Like not shock dart or like walking up and breaking it early on the round and then going back to the rest of the map. That right, one trip right there. Goodbye, Dart.
Narnia.
Goodbye. See you later.
Well, THR looks like they're scaling up towards A here as there's a Cypher and a Sova, but Auxiliary hits a very nice shot on the Sova up in heaven. But there is still a Cypher here. Let's see if he can get a pick on any of his util here. Sebastian slides in, and White Devil gets one. Bring me the Hemi with the trade almost immediately as they're now gearing up for a retake here. THR is going to get the plant down. They do have a lot of post-plant utility to be able to stop this with the Breach ult as well as that Sova ultimate, as now L7 is getting ready to scale up for this retake, Omni.
It's a 43 though. Once again, we've seen what happens to Thermals when they have the numbers. So look at this fault line again. Look at the dash. You can all but Hale seems human for once. And Mark does not seem human as he finds 2. And now the Rolling Thunder is going to be using this time to get off the zigzag. And Hunter's Fury, there's nothing he could do. As the Hunter Fury is going to be used, trying to take a swing. Oh, what are we doing here? We're getting silly with it. Zigzag, trying all you can do. But Brimmy shuts it down. And Spike, that is an 8-4 half. About as best of a case scenario you can ask for Thermals.
Oh, 100%. Omni, like I said earlier when they called that timeout, like I said, probably best case scenario was going to be that 8-4 scoreline, right? But heading into your defensive half here, it's like that 8-4 scoreline on an attack-sided map has got to be looming over THR. We'll see here if they can overcome it, and hopefully they can, because it's going to be a tall task for THR, as it looks like Retired God is holding out his stun for some early B aggression.
There's nobody though. It's just him.
Yeah.
In that B garage. Now thinks better of it. Possibly told to not waste that fault line because it's a kind of a vital piece of utility to fight with, fight space with. But now looking towards this here, this is gonna be the pistol round here for the side. The attack side here for the side of L7. After so much, it is gonna find the first onto 1. But now jump away, get out of that position. That dart is gonna scan onto 2 players now. They want to try to see if they can back away, but no. They're going to continue to stay stifled on the side. But there is a gap in that smoke. Hell is going to get him that flash. Once again, so good. Get another flash. Finds the 1. Wait, is there one guy in the back side? Yeah, Retired God. Finds the 1. Can't find the second. There's a 3v3. Oh, but Auxiliary caught with util in hand. And OGC takes him down. Now in a 2v3 here. With that classic as well as from the side of Mark. Also with a classic in hand. Has that paranoia. Early on it though. And Suzu takes Brimmy's head clean off as Mark with this Sentinels classic looking to do it all to look to bring this back, as right now with this pistol round could be the nail in the coffin. This could be the 3rd pistol round for Thermals. This will be a tie pistol scoreline, and yes, indeed it is. Suzu once again when her team needs it most at the 12th hour. 15-4 from Suzu.
I mean, yeah, very impressive out of Suzu, 15-4. The Sova player, by the way, top fragging the lobby, which is quite impressive out of Suzu. But again, Omni, like, losing that pistol round, I hate to say, is like the nail in the coffin for Thermals. They could still fight back into this, but you can't help but think this is going to be a 10-4 map on the side of L7, and it's going to be a little bit rough for THR to fight back into that, especially on a very attack-sided map being 3 sites.
Yeah, indeed, as Brimmy with the Hemi with that ghost, spams a little bit trying to see if we get any chip damage, but it's going to have to back away and look towards this short position. Zigzag, who only has a bucket in his hands, but Suzu is here. The woman of the dreams right now, taking some sort of aggression. That fault line is going to come in, and it's going to be Hale coming in, following the util. Not many shots, the weapon range just not in their favor. Suzu and OGC finds those openings. Now it's going to be a retake here from the
Spike
side
planted.
of Thermals with this Bucky from Zigzag. It's going to be entrenched in such a deep position, and it's going to be so hard to clear. Auxiliary trying to see if anything, but there is Zigzag. Zigzag, this is the first shot, but does settle the second one. But now this is a 5v2, and needless to say, I don't think this is possible, but who knows? Miracles has happened before, but with a retired god left on so little HP, this could be
Last
it right
player
here.
standing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just about it. That's about the map has been going. Another kill through the smoke from White Devil. And yeah, retired god is going to call it and die the spike here. And that is double digits for the side of L7.
Man, that is just so tough. Unfortunately, it is an expected result as, you know, THR was on an eco. But heading into this round, this is an absolute must-win round coming up here. Omni THR on a full buy. If they don't win this round, I think it spells defeat for the side of THR, unfortunately. I don't know, like Suzu being 2 off of her ultimate, absolutely insane. Once again, sitting at that 16-4 scoreline, putting in absolute insane work on the Sova. We saw it last map with Hale, and this map it is Suzu just taking over the lobby. Not to mention White Devil sitting right underneath at 11-5 as well.
I mean, 16-4. That is a 4 KD right there coming out of your Sova player.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Now coming in here, that camera placed there by White Devil is going to be Mark here with that Phantom on the hands, looking to hold down the short position. Zigzag obviously only has a Bucky, does not want to look to go forward just yet. But this discipline coming out of L7, just looking to poke and prod so many parts of them. They have short, long, and garage control. They have so much control of the map already in just the first 30 seconds of this round. And from the side of Thermals, they're kind of scratching their heads a little bit with this slow default play. And then now they're realizing they might be an A hit here, Spike. I mean, that's might be what they're gearing at.
I mean, it's the right call, Omni. This Mark is currently alone on A with a cam and a singular trip. Most of the setup is set up towards C. I don't know why THR is not re-clearing something right now. We need to be active. We need to be getting out because Mark is going to get run over here. We saw it last round. The util dump, I almost guarantee you Mark is going to die here unless he has some very clever teleports. Oh, he got wise to it and got out. That is perfect out of Mark there as the site exec is now coming up to the mid.
Yeah, I mean, the noise being made of him getting off of sight made that the go button. But now it's a 5v5 retake with the weaponry not in favor of the side of L7. They have 3 Bulldogs, a Bucky, and a Ghost.
I must wait a moment.
Maybe that Bucky can get some value close by. That fault line used just so early on again. And now it's going to Zigzag close, but that Bucky once again finding it. And now the paranoia is going to be used as well. Zigzag's going to be close by with his Bucky. How are they going to clear him out before he gets another one? He gets a second. Mark finds the trade. And the OGC is going to be down to 4 HP, but the time is not on the side of Thermals. They have to go now. 4 HP from OGC. Can take that thing. White Devil's going to find that trade once again. But Mark again finding it, but it's Suzu who's been so dominant. But Bremy says not this time. And they avert disaster this time.
Now, once again, like I said earlier, an absolute must-win round. Bremy with the Hemi coming up huge there. Honestly, sitting at a 16-11 scoreline. I mean, kind of a silent hero for THR as he's kind of been overshadowed by the fact that his team is unfortunately down 5 rounds, but he is putting in work, Omni. He's getting it done as much as he possibly can for his team, trying his best to keep them competitive in this one. But, I mean, great round there out of THR. Unfortunately, they did lose a couple guns, and we're looking at a Bulldog as well as a Judge. We'll see if Monshins can get any value out of this Judge, though, on this C tucked position here, as it looks like L7 is gearing up to go right at him.
They have to push the start for him, though. Oh, it's not going to clear him after clear. Here comes that Hunter Fury, though. It's going to be used from the side of Suzu into that dash post.
Here.
First you saw, he did see him, but Mission Much is fun into that smoke, trying to jump across, get the kill, but he's going to find that kill as well. Now it's going to be so much again getting into that smoke. Now, just like that, within the first 15 seconds of the round, it's already going to be a 2v5. White Devil trying to inch anywhere closer, but that trip is going to be broken. But he's not going to go any further. He's going to back away in this 2v5. But if there's anybody you want in this 2v5, I'm afraid it would be these two, and Suzu and White Devil, who have been able to find so much value. But now the round slows to a crawl as they see if Thermals make a mistake here from the side of L7.
I mean, yeah, it's not looking too promising. I wouldn't be surprised if they just called a save here, as it's looking like Suzu and White Devil are both on low buys, and 2 of their teammates can buy into the next round, and that's looking like what they're going to do. They're going to sit back, save their guns, and honestly, if I'm THR, I am not hunting here. I'm keeping my econ as high as I possibly can. They did upgrade to a rifle in this round out of
30
the judge,
seconds left.
which is honestly best possible case scenario with 5 players living. Great round out of THR, and great job tempering their aggression, as you know, Hale goes in and unfortunately gets denied. Whiffed a couple shots on Monchins there, got killed by Auxiliary, and then Monchin's able to take that timing into the smoke and get 2, which is absolutely
10
insane
seconds
off of him.
left.
Yeah, I mean, just Hale dashes forward and sees Munchins in that corner and tries to ping out to his teammates, but with that judge, it's just so difficult to like be quick with it because of how close they were in that smoke. That's where the judge thrives in, obviously, in that close range. But now here, I mean, that's 2 rounds in a row. Thermals, the last time they got 2 rounds in a row was the pistol, was the first and second round of this map. But still, it's going to be such an uphill climb. Do Thermals have the endurance to keep this up?
Like you said, it's an uphill climb for sure, but they are right now putting in the right work to be able to make it happen. Omni, they have strung the last 2 rounds together after the pistol and the round right after that, so we're just going to see if they're going to be able to temper once more that a little bit of that aggression into this round. Look at this on the zigzag here is Monchins. Oh no, bit of a whiff there, but that's okay as he backs up. Doesn't give away his life, which is the important thing there, Omni, as once again L7 is looking towards a heavy A lane here, but now they look like they might be exploring mid, heading into potentially a B hit, which I think would be the wrong call, because right now we have 3 people playing towards there.
Yeah, I mean, from the side of Thermals, they're trying to play reactive towards this L7 like slow playness, but L7, they've been playing this slow tempered play this entire map, attack side so far. Besides the 1 round they went fast, but still they're just poking and prodding and finding all this information because Thermals just don't explore. They're so like paranoid of L7 holding. Now the read is coming in for this fast hit again, but the flash again is perfect, but cannot settle the shots onto Auxiliary.
Standing ahead.
I was gonna have to back away. That tripwire is gonna get broken alongside the recon bolt, but there's 4 players, all 5 players.
Blood retake here, Omni.
Yeah, there's no ult really used, but this fault line could be used to get that default position. Because look at, there's 2 players in that default position. Here goes the fast one's gonna be used first. That fault line now used to stop them. Now the fault line from this, I'm saying fault line a lot, but it's fault breach is using them. But now the paranoia as well. Now trying to flood into it, but bring with him is gonna find that first. Now it's gonna be Mark again. It's gonna be Hale. And that back up to White Devil once again finds it all, and Hale finds it again. Now it's on the brimming with the Hemi. The star so far this map. And one swing, and Hale is there to get his teammates back. And they find the 11th round, 2 rounds away from moving on.
I mean, nothing more to say other than the fact that the trades were just going L7's way there. I mean, once again, just to highlight the scoreboard here, Suzu sitting at 17-6, White Devil at 14-7, and Brimmy with the Hemi at that 18-12, top frag in the lobby right now. I mean, he's putting, like I said earlier, putting in work for his team, but that last round, I mean, it was just trade after trade, and unfortunately, those trades just snowballed into L7's favor, as it was only 1 person alive at the end. They did their best, but unfortunately, it was a lost round, as it looks like L7 is gearing up towards an A hit with Monchins and Mark there to defend it.
Another good recon dart there to force the operator off the line. Now here comes from the shadows into heaven. This typical Omen play. And he has a Bucky though. Not a rifle, a Bucky. Mr. Bucky doesn't do it, but that Bucky from that range gets that kill.
My Bucky doesn't do that.
My Bucky doesn't do that either! He's running into the smoke, not caring a single bit. Brimming finds the kill, now in the 4v2. I mean, if you're from the side of L7, you are happy with L7, or other way around. If what L7 is happy with what Zigzag did there,
Player
and Brimmy can't find those shots. Suzu continuing the form again, and Auxiliary just has to give up the round. Ladies and gentlemen, this is map and series point for L7.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, look, you said there was no rifle, but to me it looked like Zigzag had a rifle in his hands, because that Bucky at that range was absolutely insane on the. I mean, like I said, my Bucky does not do that. I need to figure out what skin was that. Was that a Battle Pass skin? I think it was a Battle Pass. I need to ask him after the game what Bucky skin he's using, because mine doesn't do that. But I mean, great round there from L7 and great round from Zigzag TPing up there. And the problem is THR knew he was up there. But unfortunately with the Bucky in that spot, it's just very hard to flush him out. And they used almost no util to try and get him out of there, Omni, is the big thing for me. They kind of just dry swung him one after another. They threw a smoke, but unfortunately it was just too late at that point as he had already gotten 2, and then he got a 3rd on top of that. So, I mean, heading into this round, like you said, match point, it is do or die here for THR. They have to be near perfect to bring this game back into their reach.
Yeah, they have to go 6 rounds in a row. The last time they did that was on Pearl, map number 1 of this series. They have to do it again. And now it's here again. It's going to be White Devil versus Brimmy with the hit here in a second. And Brimmy falls.
Exactly.
And now it's down to a 4v5. And a Neural Theft's going to be used. And now they have an idea that this A site is left completely open. And here comes the fun. The shout's going to be used. Oh, he's sticking it. Okay, sure. But now it's down to a 4v5. The weaponry on the side of Thermals is just not there. A Sheriff, a Stinger, an Operator, and a Vandal. Now it's going to be Auxiliary trying to clear out this heavy position. And now it's going to be using this recon drone to get this position known. That first intel is known now. The Operator misses the first shot. Mr. Munch is trying everything he can. That is going to be Auxiliary to fall down. The overdrive is going to be used and try to get this win. It's going to get down. Auxiliary finds another one. And they're trying to bring this back from the death of the spirit. White Devil's going to fall, but it's going to be Zigzag again to find that kill. But it's going to be down to White Devil. Can White Devil do it? No, the spam and the smoke is perfect. And when all hope was lost at first, Thermals bring it back.
Is diffused.
I mean, the Neon coming from heaven up there, just jumping down, popping that overdrive, and getting, was it 2 picks, I believe? 1 or 2 picks?
1 or 2,
but,
somewhere around there.
I mean, that really just popped it open and it was like pulled crosshairs like a true duelist should and allowed for Auxiliary to get 2 with the Sheriff there when L7 was on a full buy. So great, what looked to be like an eco round and a potential lost round for THR, but they fought back into it with pure grit and determination as Mancha still has that Operator and it looks like it's posted up on C again, but it looks like they might be gearing towards a mid hit here. So we'll see if it gets any value, Omni.
Yeah, the Bladestone is going to be popped here from the side of Hale. And yeah, it's going to be full rifles in the hands of L7 with that Bladestorm. But look at White Devil again, just being so disrespectful with how aggressive he is on these lurks. Like, there could be an op here, there could be, a Sova here, there could be anybody here, but he just doesn't care. He's going to keep walking forward.
It's a free site.
Yeah, it's just not a soul here. And now he's realizing that he's about to call his teammates back. Because there's just nobody here. He hasn't gotten any kind of, any kind of aggression. And now from the side of L7, they might be realizing that they want to go back towards the A side. White Devil is just fully clearing everything, all the question marks that he could have. And now L7, yeah, they are gearing towards that A side, Spike.
Yeah, I know. It's like I said, it's a free site. The only one that might be wise to it is Auxiliary, but it looks like THR is perfectly content here with just playing full retake as there is no movement on the side of those C players, but now they're going to start to move over as Auxiliary is hearing all of this, hearing the Cypher setup, hearing the Jet updraft into here, but the Jet actually ends up falling out. So we're going to see if, we're going to see if THR has the util and the ability to make this retake happen as you got to go fast because that Sova on Suzu does have that Sova ult. So we're going to see if they can do this, Omni, but here we go.
Yeah, here comes this retake. They just have that ultimate, but here comes the 100 Fury Candy coming in now, trying to get that fast retake. Fault line's coming in to stall them out as well. Omen's playing all the way back, using that 100 Spirit as much as possible. As much as he can drop down. Can't find anything. A lot of the whip. This is happening. Gale finds the kill with the classic enemy. Gillis drops down as well. Trying to stop those shots and does finally at the last second. But the time is just not on their side. They have to get the bomb diffuser down now. But the 100 Fury is here. They're going to stick it to half. They don't even get this to half. And ladies and gentlemen, we say sayonara to Thermals. L7 move on to the second round.
Oh boy, speaking from experience on me, THR is unfortunately going to feel that in the morning. I mean, incredible fight out of them, but unfortunately L7 on this day in particular was just better. Looking at that scoreboard, you see Remy with the Hemi up there, match MVPing with 6 first bloods on the Cypher. Omni, you know that's gotta hurt. But then looking at the side of L7, you see Zigzag, Suzu, and White Devil coming in. 20 and 7 on the Sova, 7 plants, 2 diffuses. I mean, Suzu was putting in work that map. We all saw it. 244 ACS, but also Zigzag, maybe the unspoken hero of L7 there, coming in with a 268 ACS, 17 and 7 with 7 assists scoreline, and 5 first bloods on the Omen as well, Omni.
Yeah, 17 and 17 scoreline. I mean, having the most deaths or tie for the most deaths in the lobby is kind of as an Omen player, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's my aggressive Omen player right there.
I mean, I can't blame him. That play into having getting 3 with a Bucky is going to go down right there in the history books for one of the most insane Bucky plays you'll see in VDC. But we will be saying goodbye to Thermal's Apprentice as they fall 2-1 after having such a hot start on Pearl. They fall to the next 2 maps and they will be eliminated from the Apprentice playoffs, and L7 will move on to the second round to play GG Apprentice in the second round, as that will be doing it for us as the matches for today. Recap real quick. L7 Mythic takes down, actually it's a great day for L7 actually. L7 Mythic takes down MF Mythic 2-0, and then L7 Apprentice takes down Thermal's Apprentice in a 2-1 fashion. Both teams moving on to their respective playoffs, but we'll be saying goodnight for the rest of this evening. I hope you guys have a great rest of the evening. I've been Omni. This is Spike Prime, as well as my observer, Andy Valorant, as well as my producer in Two-Way Street, and our media lead in VK and Nuclear Cuts. Without them, this won't be possible. Give those quick shout outs, but we'll be signing off for the rest of the night. We'll see you when next playoffs happening tomorrow. Don't go anywhere for that, but we'll be signing off for the rest of the night.